That is Tom losing his mind. And welcome. It's the Bob and Tom Show. Bob and Tom. Oh, good morning, good morning, good morning. Christy's still on vacation. I guess, we hope. She's okay. No one will find this surprising. She really doesn't keep up communications when she's not here. There's Jessica Alsman at the news desk.
Hi, Chick.
Hey, there's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hey, Chick.
There's Josh Arnold, the I Hate Steven Singer sidekick chair.
Chick.
There's Ace Cosby.
Hey.
There's Willie Griswold.
Chicko.
I'm Chick McGee. That's where I got that. And here's Tom Griswold.
Oh, hey, thanks very much for joining us.
You're welcome, sir.
I'm looking forward to today.
Man, I am too.
Lots of interesting things going on.
No. Fascinating. Fascinating. Josh, wait till you hear.
Okay. I'm excited.
I think coming up, of course, this weekend, the Masters.
A tradition like no other?
Unlike any other, right?
A tradition unlike any other. Something like that.
I see.
I got a grammar problem.
But there are a couple of interesting stories surrounding that. Tiger Woods is back. And
5 Masters. He's won 5 times now.
They had their dinner just recently. The Masters Champions dinner.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And the live golfers are there. I think there are like 18 of them.
Yeah.
And they were kind of concerned, but evidently at the dinner, everybody was fine. Everybody played nice, if you will.
Apparently, Mickelson didn't say a word.
And Greg Norman was once again uninvited. But they were a little clearer on why. They didn't want a distraction of him being there, taking away from the golf, I guess. So, plus, no one will. If Greg Norman's not at the dinner, no one will choke. So, thank you very much.
But you're right, Tom. A lot. Interesting.
yeah, and this portion of our show brought to you by
a tradition unlike any other.
Oh, God.
The Masturbators. This weekend on CBS.
Now,
See, the Utah man is what makes it for me.
I'd just like to point out that before Josh was the inveterate masturbator, it was right here.
Somebody always has to be, don't they?
I invented this thing, okay?
We'll have to play that a lot this morning. That makes me very happy.
I hope so.
Have an incredibly obscure request coming up.
Is that right?
No, and I'm thrilled about it, actually. It's a really, really good one. A lot of fun. How are you doing in there, Pat?
Real good. How about you?
Doing good. I got a little bit of sleep for the first time in a few days.
Can we talk about the big story that you're excited about?
Well, there's not yet because we don't have the audio. We're looking for.
Well, this will build it up. We'll build up to that.
Okay, go ahead.
Evidently, IBM is teaming up with the Masters to provide AI-generated commentary as part of the Masters digital experience. Now, I don't know if this is covered or it will be carried on ESPN Plus, but ESPN Plus has different holes. You can follow different golfers. You can watch all the coverage on ESPN Plus just by choosing the channel. You can see Tiger tee off if you want. Not that that won't be covered everywhere, but you know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
So maybe you can pick that audio channel and hear the computer talk instead of Jim Nantz.
It's just wrong.
What's your beef? What's your problem?
Come on.
No people?
Yeah, we don't need robots telling us what's happening, okay?
This would be bad if it goes well.
Are they going to do the... I'm sorry, Josh, to interrupt. Are the robots going to do that golf whisper?
They have to.
We're here on the 18th.
We are here on the 18th.
We're 3,000 yards from the players, but we're going to still whisper.
Well, if they make it so it can have a whisper, then they could do a lot of things. They could have Snoop Dogg doing the Masters. They could have just anybody you can think of doing the Masters. It could be fun.
Here's a little bit of artificial intelligence, which Tom's talking about.
This is really it?
Covering the Masters tournament.
Substrucker, 28 years old from Austria, is going to hit from the pine straw on hole 1.
All right.
Wow.
He took stroke 2, and the ball traveled 162 yards into the greenside bunker.
So
no difference between that and Jim Nance.
So they have is that supposed to be an Australian accented?
I think
robot?
it's supposed to be 6 ethnicities.
Yeah.
Doesn't it sound like they just
absolutely
That could be Asian. That could be Australian.
exactly.
That
There's
could
like-
be anything.
It has been determined there are too many old white guys doing announcing.
But that's the kind of, this is what I've been talking about with Jim Nance. This is his delivery. It's monotone. It has no personality. That's my big problem.
Mr. Nance is a pro.
Because I'm Mr. Personality. I get upset. I yell.
See, Jim Nance doesn't make it about Jim Nance.
I beg your...
See, if he's talking about Mr. Tiger Woods, he talks about Tiger, not about, well, I played golf with him last week.
Well, he'll slip in that I was roommates with Fred Couples. Okay.
Well, he was.
Well, he doesn't have to mention it every...
he doesn't mention it during play, really.
You know, Jim Nance has no pants is a rhyme. You know that.
Chick is right.
Once again, here's the computer covering a golf tournament.
Substrucker, 28 years old from Austria, is going to hit from the pine straw on hole 1.
Austria?
He took stroke 2, and the ball traveled 162 yards into the green side bunker.
I mean, the robot's not going to be able to.
That's wooden. There's no feeling.
A human being there might be something going on in the background. There's
I think this is just for, they're going to have the main people doing the announcers, and then if you want to watch some players that aren't going to be featured a lot in the main broadcast, this is a way for you to have an announcer during that.
Can you see if they were covering the Olympic hockey thing 40 years ago? It was, well...
He's not going to say that at the hockey game. You guys are right. He's using his golf voice.
Well, do you believe in miracles? Oh, look, there's a man with a flag. I'm not sure what country that is. He's wrapped it around himself. There's some other dude talking to him.
But this reminds me of bad music. There's no feeling. It's like bad jazz or rhythm and or any bad music. There's no feeling.
Yeah, I don't know. But the computer, what's it called? The AI GPT, whatever the hell it is everywhere now.
However, I'll tell you that I think Willie can back me up, the play-by-play on like the Madden football games is
incredible.
Much better than that.
It's incredible. You can make trades all day long, so I can have Baker Mayfield throw a touchdown to Odell Beckham Jr.
Again.
And they'll announce as they're both Colts.
Right,
and
exactly.
It's completely seamless. It's insane.
It's like you're listening to an NFL broadcast. But that, obviously, is a little wooden.
Yeah, but doesn't this make you remember the best part of 2001: A Space Odyssey?
Dave.
I'm sorry, Dave. I can't open that. I can't open that door, Dave.
I saw you two talking, Dave.
Oh, jeez. And then there's actually a shot from the point of view of Hal watching them talk.
That's one of my favorite shots, and I get chills thinking about that shot.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
We had the story a couple days ago about
Daisy.
So sad.
What was the? Oh, that was the new hand they've developed.
Oh, right.
It's a robot hand with 3 fingers that has whatever you'd call them, feelers. I don't know what the terminology is. Sensors.
Fingers?
So that it can grab an object and it'll know what it is. It correctly identify the object 85% of the time. And so this technology would be able to assist the elderly bathing. Now, I think we can all figure out what's going to happen.
My balls.
Well, I took my Viagra, and the robot was giving me a in the tub handy. Something must have gone wrong, and
I'm not complaining. I'm just saying.
a little tight there, Hal.
Later.
He's off on me, buddy. Okay, well.
Haven't felt a hand like that since Korea.
Well, anyway, so be looking for this. Will they indicate on the video that this is a robot talking?
I would think they would, especially initially. I think they would. It'd be a big damn deal. That would be the only reason to listen. Hey, I want to hear that computer guy talk.
No, the Masters Augusta looking for some pretty bad weather.
Yes, evidently it was 90 yesterday at the par 3 contest. Which there was I lost track. I lost track of the hole-in-ones. I'm going to say there were 20. The top play on SportsCenter yesterday was, well, I guess it'd be today. I watched it late. 2 guys at once had hole-in-ones, and they were side by side.
Oh, wow.
So, it's unbelievable.
They're very good.
Yeah, they're good. They're pros. Yeah.
I think they need to make the game a little more exciting.
Uh-huh.
Because it is kind of dull to watch.
Yeah.
I disagree, but go ahead.
Absolutely.
Full-size windmills.
Just on every hole.
Yeah, you got to right there when they're driving. There's a huge windmill, and you got to make sure you time it so that your drive doesn't hit the big wing things on those.
Very silly.
Very dangerous.
Where are you at on those 3 holes that it goes into one of them and then it goes through another level and you're not sure which of the 3 holes it's going to come out of on the other side?
Love those.
Are those involved in this?
I hope so.
Those are the best.
Please tell me I'm not the only one that faked the 18th shot where I acted like I went in the hole and I kept the ball.
Oh, really?
I'm not the only one.
So you took a red golf ball home?
Absolutely. Yeah. I'm very excited. Yeah.
Easier to find in the rough, isn't it?
Yeah.
In any
red
event,
like my neck.
I'm not sure I feel about the...
Where's my ball?
What are the voices called? Just AI, or is this GP?
I don't know if they're actually using ChatGPT or if it.
Well, I think they would have to be
but it's talking
combined, a combination.
Does someone have to type it in and it's just reading what is happening, or are they actually, sentient and watching it and
right? They're not totally sentient, but they're
yeah.
I'm unclear on this. Are they typing in what's happening, or is this robot observing this?
I thought the robot was observing.
Really? I thought the robot was observing as well.
So what we're doing...
I don't think they're being helped by humans at all at this point.
So it's just time for us to start getting friendly with our future overlords.
I don't mind. No problem with that.
Yeah.
Try to find me in Nova Scotia. Go ahead, try.
Okay.
Beautiful country.
Coming up in sports, we have more news about the Masters.
That's right. We got the 2 teams in the NBA playoffs that if you want to win the title, you got to go through that city. We've got more on the Masters and more on the artificial intelligence announcer. Aaron Rodgers is taking some time for himself again.
Good, he's earned it.
And a Tampa dentist made the sports somehow.
Okay, all right.
Coach Tom's sort of in charge. Let me tell you about Raycon earbuds.
Please.
All right. Raycon, of course, is premium audio at the perfect price point. You can build great habits without breaking the old bank. Whether you're looking for a pair of everyday earbuds, low-latency gaming headphones to listen to that play-by-play on the Madden football game, or a speaker with a battery that'll last all night at your next party, Raycon's got it. And Raycons start, yes, about half the price of other premium audio brands. And we haven't even mentioned they have 3 customizable sound profiles and the Bluetooth syncing. Oh, my God, the Bluetooth syncing. It's almost instant. Earbud tap functions, noise isolation, awareness modes. Raycon's got it all. And if you're ready to buy something small with a big impact, and you can buy a pair for yourself and give a pair to someone you like. Go to buyraycon.com/Tom today and get 15% off your Raycon order. That's buyraycon.com/Tom. 15% off your purchase. That's buyraycon.com/Tom.
Coming up, obscure request. About it kind of involves an old TV show. We'll talk about that. I'm certainly looking forward to that. And a samurai sword in action.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, somebody got cut. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, this is comedian Ron White, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Ow. Oh, back.
Oh, hey, Josh. What's wrong?
My back is sore, my legs.
What's in your shoe?
Nothing. I mean, here, look, nothing.
Joshua, you have to have proper support. Orange insoles.
Orange insoles, you say?
Yeah, look.
Yeah, I see them.
Look at this. They're great.
Yeah. Orange insoles. I'll give them a shot.
Great. See you later, buddy.
Give it a... Yippee! I can mow and dance while I do it. Ha! No more pain. Thank you, orange insoles.
Josh, did you get orange insoles?
Jessica, I sure did. Thanks to orange insoles, I feel great.
Terrific. See you later.
Orange insoles. Feel better, do more.
that Macron's opponents hope will severely limit his proposal. Meanwhile, back in the United States, Bob Lee, a technology executive who created Cash App and was currently chief product officer of MobileCoin, has been fatally stabbed in downtown San Francisco. The San Francisco Police Department disclosed little about the stabbing. The department says officers responded to the stabbing in Rincon Hill neighborhood at 2:35 a.m. Tuesday, and they found 43-year-old Robert Lee wounded. He later died at a hospital. MobileCoin CEO Josh Goldbard said Lee made large contributions to Android at Google and was the first chief technology officer of Square before coming to MobileCoin. And that's a look at things you may have missed. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Things you hear on the Bob and Tom Show.
So, Nick, let's start with the basics. Are you a married guy?
No, I just got divorced.
Sorry to hear about that.
It's okay. Lots of people get divorced. Einstein got divorced.
He did?
Yeah, did you know that? Albert Einstein, arguably the most intelligent man who ever lived, got divorced. They should tell you that before you get married. It shouldn't be, do you love her? Do you want to spend the rest of your life with her? It should be, do you think you're smarter than Einstein?
Oh, so you're dating then?
I guess. You know what I don't want to do? I don't want to say I love you anymore. I hate that first I love you. That's the worst. First time you ever tell a woman you love her. If they like you, they want to hear it. And when they hear it that first time, something comes over them. You know, their eyes get all wide and get that diabolical grin on their face. You can almost feel them saying, excellent.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
A number of things to get to, including sexy time with Allie Green.
I am so sorry.
I thought that's how you wanted me to do it from now on.
Dear Josh. Josh has hit a new high or low in his role as chaos creator. When Tom added the slurp to his sexy time, I instantly threw up inside my welding hood.
Sorry. Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Bob and Tom.
For your information, these are two of the worst kids I have ever encountered in my life, and I worked the state fair.
We were stupid before stupid was cool.
Frigamall Broadcasting presents another Bob and Tom Olympic moment in history.
Beautiful Katharina Witt of East Germany became a household name in women's figure skating after her gold medal performance at the 1984 Winter Games in Sarajevo. 4 years later, at the Calgary Games, she successfully defended her title. Then, 10 years after that, in 1998, she posed naked in Playboy magazine, a move which critics said severely tarnished her image and marketability. Men throughout the world were outraged. If Katerina were going to pose nude, why had she not done it in 1988 when we were all fascinated by what she must look like without clothing?
Yeah.
To wait 10 years after her physical prime, when we had all clearly moved on to Nancy Kerrigan, was a...
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee on vacation. That's Jess Alsman at the news desk.
Hello.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hey, chick.
There's Josh Arnold.
Hi there.
At the I Hate Steven Singer sidekick desk, there's Ace Cosby.
Howdy.
There's Willie Griswold.
Good morning, man.
I'm Chick McGee, and I didn't finish my thought about the Masters, and there's Tom.
Go ahead, finish your thought.
No, it was like 90 degrees yesterday for the par 3 contest, but I think tomorrow... Later today or tomorrow, it's supposed to be like 50 degrees and raining. And the thought is that Tiger's going to have trouble getting up and down because the colder it is, the muscles and everything. He's got that leg drop problem.
They may be overdoing the analysis.
I'm just saying.
Let Mr. Woods play the game.
You know how, you might ache with arthritis caused from some injuries?
Sure, yeah. Yeah, self-inflicted, essentially.
I'm fully aware of it. I deal with it myself.
Some would say well-deserved, actually.
Watch an old big man try to stand up.
Oh, yeah.
Sounds like the beginning of The Lion King.
All right. Now, do we have any other Masters high? Oh, I think we probably should play this again just to get people ready.
A tradition unlike any other.
Oh, God.
The Masturbators. This weekend on CBS.
You're welcome.
Check the regret that comes through in your voice when you say, oh, gosh.
Oh, I know.
It's so accurate. It's so perfect.
Masters tee times today as the tournament starts, 7:40. All these are Eastern. How about this? Gary Player, Jack Nicklaus, Tom Watson. Of course, those are the honorary starters. Mm-hmm. Yes. 8 a.m., Mike Weird. He dropped the D when he became a professional golfer. Did you know that?
I did know that,
He was Mike Weird.
That's right.
Mike Weird.
Actually, I thought it was Weirdo.
Could have been Weirdo. And his playing partner, Kevin, nah. That's right, N.A.
Sometimes he doesn't want to play.
Every now and then.
Hey, Kevin, you playing today?
8:12, a blast from the past, this sports desk. Guess who's teeing off at 8:12 this morning? Tom?
I have no idea.
Fuzzy Zeller?
VJ Singh.
Oh, VJ.
Yeah. 8:36 this morning, Fred Couples. I don't know if you know this or not, but Fred Couples and Jim Nance.
College roommates.
College roommates.
Houston, was it?
One of my favorite golf names, 9 a.m., Larry Mize. Larry Mize. 9:12, Sergio Garcia. Bubba Watson, 9:48. Tiger tees off at 10:18 this morning. His playing partners, Victor Hovland and Xander Schauffele. 10:30, Adam Scott. Now, he's come a long way from what was it, Parks and Rec?
Parks and Rec, The Office.
Yeah, he's in
Party Down. He's
Severance, great.
Severance on Apple TV.
Different Adam Scott.
And he also, I'm sorry, what?
It's not really the same
What am I hearing?
It's not that guy?
There are a couple different
What's the word they use for that? Eponymous? What is it again?
Yep, eponymous.
Eponymous,
You're right.
eponymous. What is
I'm
it?
eponymous.
Another one of my favorite golf names, teeing off today at the Masters, Jose Maria Olazabal. Even though it's spelled Olazabal, you pronounce the Z, Olazabal. Look it up.
That's true in Spain.
Castilian Spanish, is that
Never
right?
been to Spain.
Olazabal. I have, and I still don't like the music. Okay, let's see. Rory teeing off 1:48 this afternoon. My favorite, 2 p.m. today, Jordan Spieth. Of course, he speaks softly and carries a big stick.
With the teeth beef with Olazabal. You're talking like the kid in The Music Man.
That's Ron Howard, buddy.
Brilliantly portrayed by Ron Howard.
12:24 today. It will be interesting. Be near a television. Phil Mickelson tees off with Tim Hogue and Si-Woo Kim. And Tim Hogue also runs a furniture outlet. Tim Hogue's furniture outlet. Doesn't it sound like a furniture outlet?
No.
And once again, here is a computer-generated, all by itself, commentary on the Masters. If someone hits a shot, this could be in your future. Not in my future, certainly, but to other people out there.
Substrucker, 28 years old from Austria, is going to hit from the pine straw on hole 1. He took stroke 2, and the ball traveled 162 yards into the greenside bunker.
Note the unrecognizable.
I've got a thing from Sports Illustrated, and this says the robot announcer was trained by large language models like ChatGPT to understand golf terminology and analyze the swings in each video. So that means the robot is watching the video.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's not like someone's typing in what's happening in the voice. It just is a voice generator.
Once again, our words fell on deaf ears until he could look it up and read it himself.
No, we were speculating. You didn't know. We were.
The hell I didn't.
I think we said that.
Wouldn't you have to input some data? You know, the name of the people.
That's the thing. That's why this is a big deal. No.
Yeah, initially, yes, Ace.
Yes,
that's kind of what Tom is saying, but yeah, now it's on its own.
It's on its own.
Gosh, I just want to see this droid. I'm going to read the rules of golf real quick. Done. And then, they just start taking off.
And if you've ever seen any science fiction movie worth it, this is the start of the movie where some dummies are sitting around talking about it.
That's why some of the smartest people in the planet not too long, a week ago said, hey, they all wrote this letter saying, why don't we take a break for a second?
Uh-huh. That's right.
It would be cool if the AI got bored, turned on basketball. This game sucks. Shoot the hoop.
You know, Bill Gates didn't sign that letter. I was wondering why. He may be a fan of ChatGPT. Oh, wait, his company invented it and is trying to sell it? Oh, okay. That's why he may not want to sign the letter.
And can't they do can't they do specific voices?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can right now.
Right now.
You can play 10 seconds of Chick McGee and give it a typescript, and it will come out sounding like Chick.
Yeah, but it ain't going to be the same.
It's actually 85, 90% there.
It's missing the soul, though.
85 or 90% of
Yes. Yes.
Well, this is upsetting.
I got a version of the thing to have my dad say that he's proud of me. I don't go to therapy anymore. It's that good.
How about that? Yeah. You just got one of these like talking machines you carry around in your pocket.
Oh, like the Yes Man.
I'm proud of you.
I'm sure whatever you're saying is correct. Yeah. ChatGPT. So you could have the computer chick do sports, and I could stay home.
Well, here I'll tell you what. I actually
pay me. I'll
give me a second here. I can see if I can find this.
Yeah, we got this already.
I did a sample Chick McGee.
Oh,
and I with a typescript. I was going to put this.
What's happening?
I sampled your voice. This may not be loud enough, but let me give this a shot.
You just did this now?
No, I did this a couple days ago.
Oh.
I was going to transfer it properly. Will this be loud enough here?
I really like Tom Griswold and all his damn foibles. I am especially fond of the
Can you hear
one
that?
where he won't drive into a gas station if a tanker truck is there. Now,
We'll transfer it to a regular. It sounds just like you.
So I never.
You never. You had
I never said that. That's not me. It sounds like me.
Yeah,
Isn't this awful?
Although I could see a benefit, possibly cheating husbands. Now listen to that voicemail. I was nowhere near.
Well, I think you could imitate anyone's voice.
That's startling.
You could put that on a voicemail.
See, now I'm engaged in this, and now I'm alarmed. Are you happy?
No.
Of course not.
And they say it's only going to be getting better. This, when I'll get this, I'll send this to Dean and we'll play it on the air. It's unbelievable.
Jeez. Crazy
just
women
like
will
you.
start winning fights everywhere. Like, nuh-uh, that's what you said, honey. We're going to my mom.
This is awful.
I would love to go to your mother.
That was you.
What a fun and pleasurable experience.
Don't you remember?
We'll play some ChatGPT for you.
We're part of the problem by talking about it. I may have to just quit.
Okay.
And be replaced by...
That's okay, Josh, because we're going to replace you with Robot Josh.
Yes. He's free and he's...
Let me ask you this. How, from an ethics standpoint, if you replace me and don't tell anyone, you think that's right? That's ethical? And the listeners are expecting Chick McGee, but they get the computer and you don't say anything? What do you think?
Well, they'll know right away.
Yeah. Maybe not. That's
Dear Tom, I noticed today's sportscast had been prepared.
Oh, okay. But that's part of the soul.
Yes. It sounded like today's sportscast had been proofread.
All right, we get it.
Hey, if you want to turn on sports radio, do it. You might fall asleep behind the wheel, but I think I'd go Chick McGee any day versus
of course.
Chick McGee.
I'm the one who brought this up. I'm on the side of human beings.
Yeah.
I'll transfer this. It's really amazing. And then there was an article written about it in a radio trade publication where they had fake me and real me.
Right.
And you can't tell the difference.
Oh, man.
Did you see that?
No.
Yeah, they did. It's just out. We'll dig it up and play it for you.
This is all very depressing.
Yeah. Well, so it'll be part of the Masters. While they still call it that.
Major League Baseball yesterday. Hey, Ohtani.
Hey, Ohtani.
Thank you. Called for pitch clock violations on the mound and at the plate yesterday. The Angels, of course, two-way star, made more Major League history doing that. He started against the Mariners. Ohtani was hit with a violation at the top of the first inning while working against Cal Raleigh. And Angels manager Phil Nevin said that his right-hander was not trying to violate the rule implemented this season by intentionally throwing a pitch before Raleigh was ready. Always funny. Ohtani also... What the hell?
It is fun.
It's a really good time.
Ohtani was flagged again in the top of the sixth before his at-bat against Mariners reliever Matt Brash, who is just right in your face.
He's abrasive, isn't he?
All of a sudden. Ohtani became the first player to be called for violations as a pitcher and as a batter. Angels won that game And in the NBA, this is nuts and bolts, Tom. I'm sorry. The NBA Finals now goes through Milwaukee, and the road out of the West comes through Denver. That's right. Milwaukee defeats Chicago 105-92, locking up the best record in the NBA in the East, and New Orleans, best record in the West. 138-131 overtime win over Memphis. And we already talked about the artificial intelligence voice they're going to use at the Masters.
Substrucker, 28 years old from Austria, is going to hit from the pine straw on hole 1.
Pal.
He took stroke 2, and the ball traveled 162 yards into the green side.
I think he's talking too quickly for golf announcing, don't you?
Well, he sure had all the numbers right away. It's almost like he's a human computer.
It's so soulless. Can you imagine if you had this at a... You like the chat at the ball game, right? Can you imagine the swing batter, swing... Your mother suck. What's the one they say?
Pitcher got a rag arm.
Yeah.
Hey batter, swing. That'd be the same thing.
Yeah. Well,
Kennedy.
He can't.
I want to say a special hello to Tim Hudson. Yesterday was listening to the show, and a guy drove by on a penny farthing.
Yeah. Oh, yes. I hope he lost his mind.
He said, I can't believe what I just saw. Tim doesn't say where he was.
That's so awesome. What a treat.
The penny farthing is that, how would you describe? That's the giant wheel in the front.
Yeah, the small wheel in the back. That old-fashioned bike.
Can you imagine there's some company making those things, whatever, many, many years ago, and all of a sudden the guy rolls by with one with a chain. He goes, oh, that looks like it's going to go a lot farther, doesn't it?
Fellas.
Hey, a big wheel? Come here for a second.
Have you seen one in real life? I've never seen one.
Oh, yeah, there's one around here. I've seen it during various
I
parades.
want to see it so badly.
Yeah. There's also a guy that has a unicycle that's like 8 feet off the ground.
Oh, my gosh.
I just saw him. He right 2 miles that way.
Does he ride on the road?
Yeah.
Like, hey, everybody come look? Or
Functioning weirdos. I love them.
Yeah, so he probably juggles, I'm guessing.
No, I bet you that he just works in like data entry or something.
Right, but he's just into it.
He's got a really straight life, and he likes to let his freak flag fly on the weekends.
His abs are so strong because you got to be up that high.
Of course they are.
And maybe you would remember, I forget how do you get off of a penny farthing? What's the trick to that?
You fall over, right?
You get off. I mean, seriously. I mean, you can't. Do you jump or do you?
You hop down, and I've seen it on video. I don't really, I don't know. I know how I would get off of one.
Well, yeah.
Stop and tip.
Fall. yeah. Stop and fall. Stop, tip. Call 911.
It's like falling out of a second-story window.
Get gas.
Yes. I feel like you just jump out, you go, hurrah, hip, hip, and then you just carry on with your little day.
You go, perfectly.
If Tim took the time and trouble to write us, and we appreciate that, by going to Bob and Tom at bobandtom.com. I've got a bunch of other some really great letters. A couple of them mentioning some of the random stuff that we've been talking about on the air. Suck it, Tom. You'll not ruin my life. He goes, right now I'm getting gas. There's a tanker truck filling up right next to me. I will not succumb to your tyranny of the mind. That's Rich in Statesboro, Georgia. Thank you for taking the time.
Thumbing his nose at fate, isn't he?
Yeah, the late Rich, I'm sure it exploded right after he wrote this letter. Statesboro, of course, the place for the great song, the Allman Brothers cover, Statesboro Blues.
Yeah, who wasn't thinking that?
It's really one of the classics live at the Fillmore, one of the greatest moments in the history of music.
In the history of music.
Yeah, we'll get to some of these cool letters.
You know how much music that is? The history of music.
He thinks it's 1973 right now.
Yeah. Here we go. I mentioned this a long time ago. I had a pair of sandals that had tires for soles, recycled tires.
Wait a minute. You didn't tell me you had a pair of those.
I used to, yeah.
You
Rubber
did?
soles?
Yeah, I wore them at Camp Hayawenta. It
Must have been a good year.
Yeah, very good, yeah. This guy said, Tom, you're right. I had a pair when I was a kid.
You could laugh, you jerk. You could laugh at the joke.
No.
Very good. Yes, understood.
It's much funnier to look at you and condescendingly say, very good.
Oh.
Well, because
I'll hang this on the fridge.
And the joke was so up your alley, too.
Let me finish the letter, though. Here it says, I remember I had a pair of those sandals with tire soles when I was a kid.
Oh, great.
All the other kids picked on me all the time. It wasn't a good year.
So we got another weirdo writing a letter. Okay.
Thank you, Richard.
Great hacks think alike.
Statesboro, Georgia.
It is. A lot of slides.
Turn it up.
A lot of slides.
Those are long. It's like Curly.
Yeah, if Curly played a musical instrument,
Ladies and
this is
gentlemen,
what it was.
Dwayne Allman is unable to play tonight. We've
Curly.
brought in Curly from the Three Stooges.
With the Allman Brothers.
Yeah, pick two.
Yeah.
I love that song. Now I'll never be able to listen to it again.
Damn you, Josh.
Okay. Alrighty. Coming up in sports.
We got an update on mine and Willie's possible trip to Lambeau Field.
Let's do it, baby.
A lot of people weighing in on what we should do when we're up there.
Offering you to sleep at their homes?
Possibly, and I might come back married. I don't know what's going on. And white squirrels. People love white squirrel talk, Tom.
Good.
You started something.
Thank you very much. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Text us at 888-262-8661. More Bob and Tom next. State law.
Oh, how I do get sentimental about me carefree days as a lad. We never had toys that were store-bought. We would improvise with things that we had. We made forts out of cardboard boxes. Yardsticks were swords or were spears. But of all these things, none gave the hours of fun like me mother's gigantic brassiere. Oh, me mother's, me mother's gigantic brassiere. It was of the finest label, canvas, lace, and stainless cable. Me mother's gigantic brassiere. Yeah! Oh, I leapt from the roof of the garage, though I was but 6 or 7 years. Oh, I would have broke me back, but I clung fast to the straps of me mother's gigantic brassiere. Oh, me mother's, me mother's gigantic brassiere. Wingnuts, cleats, and spoiler, brass grommets, and cup holder on me mother's gigantic brassiere. We tied the bra between 2 trees. The neighbor boys, they did declare. We ended the attack with 6 pumpkins and 2 cats flung from me mother's gigantic brassiere. Oh, me mother's, me mother's gigantic brassiere. Delicate flower appliques, 8-track tape and safety chains on me mother's gigantic brassiere. One time we used it to slow down our dragster or parasail behind our boat. Then there was the time it was used to airlift an injured skier off a treacherous mountain slope. But most I think of my father's pride when wash day it was done, as he hoisted it up the telephone pole to billow in the sun. Oh, me mother's, me mother's gigantic brassiere. With an awning and screen door, could sleep 2 family of 4. It's me mother's gigantic brassiere. Oh, me mother's, me mother's gigantic brassiere. Reinforced hydraulic winch, reflective tape, and 3-point hitch on me mother's gigantic brassiere.
Many think the waist-high machines are the solution to the industry's labor shortages. They can greet guests, lead them to their tables, deliver food and drinks, and ferry dirty dishes back to the kitchen. Sales of robot servers have been growing rapidly in recent years. Tens of thousands of robots now gliding through dining rooms worldwide. Some restaurant owners who use them say they cost less than human servers. Others say they've had troubles with robots breaking down. Robots still have limits. They can't take orders or navigate outdoor patios, for example. One thing you won't find with the robot worker, him saying that he's not going to work weekends. And that's a look at your news headlines. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Hey, Shooter, it's Kenny Tarmac. Hey, we just landed. I'm an ORD, just got in from TPA through ATL. And hey, guess what else just landed? The Bob and Tom app. I know. Now, thanks to the Bob and Tom app, even if I have to go all the way from Foxtrot 20 down to Alpha 4, I can still listen live, see their videos, find an affiliate station, use the alarm, and even send a message. This is Kenny Tarmac signing off and reminding you, everything I touch turns to sold.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
The next time you're traveling, don't forget about the historical and beautiful state of Illinois. Catch a Cubs game at Wrigley Field in Chicago. Hit a riverboat casino in Peoria. And make sure you visit the charming community of Effingham, Illinois, where Interstate 70 meets the Little Wabash River.
And whenever you're in Effingham, visit the Effing House Family Restaurant.
Founded in 1854 by the corpulent railroad magnate, Colonel Harry S. Effing, the Effing House Family Restaurant is one of America's oldest and finest dining establishments.
Start your day with the delicious effing country breakfast featuring an effing omelet with toast, grits, and a big effing beverage of your choice.
Or try our BED, the Big Effing Deal. Once again this week, it's effing ham and eggs.
For lunch, try the huge effing burger, pan-fried in a rich butter sauce mixed with big effing egg yolks. We call it the effing heart attack.
It's an effing experience you'll never forget. And what about dinner?
Juicy effing steaks with fresh effing veggies and a creme brulee that's effing out of this effing world. Or go effing nuts with a hot fudge sundae.
How would you rate the Effing House Family Restaurant?
It was the best effing experience of my life.
Rate this place? Well, I wouldn't give it a B. I wouldn't even give it a C because it's effing A.
In Effingham, Illinois, it's the Effing House Family Restaurant. You'll have an effing good time.
Morning laughter just might be the best medicine.
I can hear you, oh no. You're talking out your ass again.
Bob for a month, sorry.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show, where sometimes we get the day right and sometimes we even get the month right. Christy Lee on vacation. There's Jessica Alsman at the news desk.
Howdy.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room. Hey, Chick. You're throwing me without your glasses. I know. There's Josh Arnold.
Chick, I have an email here featuring many of our favorite things.
I love it. He's at the I Hate Steven Singer's sidekick chair. Another favorite thing of mine. There's Ace Cosby. There's Willie Griswold.
Good morning.
I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold.
Thank you very much.
Tom, would you like to hear about this?
Yeah, and I've got a great letter, too. You go first.
Well, we were discussing penny farthings. Somebody wrote in and said...
The bicycle with the big wheel up front, the little wheel up in the back.
Well, this person writes in and says, my former brother-in-law has been in a, quote, high wheel, unquote, group for many years. They ride penny farthings at Greenfield Village. Do you know where that is, Tom?
Absolutely, yeah.
Dearborn, Michigan.
Yeah, sure.
Every August. Very cool. And they play musical instruments while riding.
Is it like lyres and lutes, I imagine?
You would think. Or
it's an act.
I believe the
like
suggestion has also been made. Kazoos and slide whistles.
Ukuleles, maybe?
Just silliness. And apparently, this person goes on to say they give out special award pins for folks that take what they call a header. As you can imagine, they flip over the top of the front of the bike. And I saw this happen once in person. A larger fella was riding, and the front wheel just collapsed.
Is he okay?
Yeah, he was okay, and he loved getting his reward.
It wasn't the rapture; it was the rupture.
Yes, yes. I'd love to see this.
Yeah.
I want a really old-timey baseball card, like from 1905, and the spokes too.
When is this festival? Does it say when?
She said she thought it was in August, or he maybe.
Yeah, that's a great spot. They've got.
I don't know what the.
Do they have commentators, or are they going to have AI commentators?
I don't know
Someone
enough
should.
about.
Now,
Tom-like question.
this kind of goes with your letter.
Oh,
It's a little bit different. This comes to us. Michael writes, I saw something I've never seen before. I was in Howell, Indiana. I'm a truck driver. The other day, I saw an Amish buggy pulling a boat on a trailer.
No kidding.
The boat had a motor.
Okay.
That is
They may be able to
interesting.
use gasoline. I have no idea. The rules are different for.
Yeah, I don't know.
When they build barns, the Amish, can they use power tools and like tape measures?
They had at my old camp, we had a big like rebuild while I was there one summer, and there was a bunch of Amish dudes, and they were using power drills. So I think that depending on the sect you're in for work, you can use.
Yeah, I don't think there's like a national clearinghouse for Amish rules. I think they kind of all have their own thing, but
they just can't own them. I guess they're all borrowing a lot.
I'm not sure how it works, but it just the notion of a buggy pulling a boat is kind of funny.
Yes.
With an Evinrude in the back of it. Thanks for taking the time to write. We appreciate that, Michael. Be careful out there with your truck. And we return to the sports page. I want to give you a heads up, Pat.
Sorry.
Have a request for something we brought back a few days ago. And it's worth thinking again because it's kind of a sing-along. We have a request for your slump-busting gold thong song. If you could dig that up, and I'll find the story for us.
Aaron Rodgers spotted shopping for healing crystals in California.
Oh, yeah?
The 39-year-old quarterback seen browsing the crystal selection at Topanga Rocks.
Maybe some amethyst? That's
the latest rumor is that Aaron Rodgers, the 49ers are interested now, I guess.
What?
Because it's going to be a Jet?
Because it's taken so long to get something done with the Jets.
They got two great QBs in San Francisco.
Well, I don't know about that. Brock Purdy is had his elbow.
He's in pretty rough shape.
He is in rough shape.
Purdy rough is what he said. That was the attempt over there.
The attempt.
I'm sorry. I thought we were having a conversation.
You know what else can be attempted? Murder.
Attempted murder, which is almost worse than murder.
So Aaron Rodgers is buying the crystals. And what are the crystals used for typically?
I don't know. Healing, I guess.
Really?
Cleansing.
Has he maybe tried getting a vaccine crystal?
Yeah, there are no problems with those, are there?
All of a sudden, it's okay to talk about that now? I thought Aaron Rodgers was your hero.
No, I enjoy watching him play football. I just don't need to hear what he has to say. I don't really care.
You know, some people swear by crystal deodorant. You just rub a crystal under your arms.
I swear by them. I swear they don't work.
Damn it. Yeah, you can't really call Aaron crazy for using crystals. After all, think about many of his fans wear large blocks of cheese on their head. So it's really hard to point to him using a crystal and going, hey, look at that guy. So
not anymore.
Okay. That's true. Now,
is that possible? Could he go back to Green Bay? Fellas, I don't know what I was thinking.
I love you guys.
I really do.
I like it here.
But you know what's going to happen if he gets signed with the Jets? Can anybody tell me what's going to happen next year during the offseason? He's the Jets quarterback. They finish 11-6 and get beat in the first round.
I was going to say, can't wait to get out of that place.
I can't wait to get out of here. I've just about had it. These people. It's going to happen. Grandpa Chick knows.
Did you see that they're thinking that Carson Wentz may have another year in him?
I would like to say no. You know what Carson Wentz's problem is? He gets nervous. He doesn't like pressure. If you have an all-pro offensive line, you're going to be fine. The first sign of pressure, he is not well.
I see.
You'll get the whole Carson Wentz experience. You'll get 2 touchdowns. You'll get 3 interceptions. You'll get a 10-yard run.
You'll get that lefty shovel pass that works 1 out of 10 times and is picked off like 9 out of 10 times.
Yeah. Why did you start the Carson Wentz conversation? You know, Willie and I are sore about that.
I'm all fired up right now.
Sorry.
Anyway, Aaron, let's get back to Aaron. He was this evidently is a news story. Josh might lose his mind. Aaron was seen leaving the store with a small bag, but it's unclear what he purchased.
It's a crystal story. He bought himself some crystals.
Important reporting there.
Maybe that's why his bowels are moving so well.
No, that's because all the salad he ate in the darkness.
Remember he said in that darkness thing he had real rock-solid movements? I mean, they're not solid. They were actually
smooth. He said
smooth.
And
no, he said it was
barely needed.
Maybe he can. Maybe he can get the crystal that prevents you from throwing interceptions. That'd be a good one to have.
More sports coming up, including a dentist did a world record
and a Pat Godwin tribute.
I want to be a dentist.
Wearing a gold thong. It's one of my favorites, Pat. It's a brilliant piece of work on your part. When we come back, this is the Bob and Tom Show.
Thanks for listening to the Bob and Tom Show this morning. Even though we're not too much to look at, you can also watch the show on our YouTube channel.
Occasionally, I will sing in my stand-up act if I'm talking about a particular band thing. Like right now, I have I kind of talk about the fact that Grunt STP is getting back together. Scott Weiland from it. So I kind of do a mild dancing impersonation of him to prove that you have to be on heroin to dance like that. And the fact that he's actually our generation's Keith Richards. If you've noticed, nothing will kill him. He's been kicked out of 2 bands because they thought he was going to die, and then he didn't die. He's still alive. And I hear him, and they're like, whatever. Well, let's record another album. Who cares?
I like their music. So.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think we can all agree that that grunge is the one good thing that AIDS gave us. I think you can pretty much argue that. To be really, nothing explains the biggest left turn in the history of music like AIDS, because it literally was like one week we were like, don't want nothing but a good time. AIDS, I seem to recognize your face. Pour some sugar on me. AIDS. Me. You tell a generation of 13-year-olds that sex equals death, you're going to have them going, I deny you.
Hi, this is comedian Tim Cavanaugh, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, Christy Lee on assignment. Is she getting married? Did she run off and elope? Is she getting some sort of adopting a new child? Well, we aren't sure exactly what Christy's up to. We do know she's out for the week. We'll find out on Monday exactly what she's been up to. Thanks to Jessica Alsman from the Bits and Pieces podcast for filling in there at the news desk. Al Jackson and puppet comedian Randy Feltface on the way on a Thursday right here on Bob and Tom 24/7.
I'm Chick McGee with your Bob and Tom Sports Update. Shohei Ohtani called for pitch clock violations on the mound and at the plate yesterday. Angels two-way star made more Major League history. Starting against the Mariners, Ohtani was hit with a violation in the top of the first while working against Cal Raleigh. And Angels manager Phil Nevin said his right-hander was not trying to violate the rule implemented this season by intentionally throwing a pitch before Raleigh was ready. Ohtani then flagged again in the top of the sixth before his at-bat against Mariners reliever Matt Brash. He became the first player to be called for violations as a pitcher and a batter. And the Angels win that game 4-3 over Seattle. Other winners in the American League, Texas, Houston, Cleveland, and Toronto. National League winners, Atlanta and Milwaukee. The Cubs at Cincinnati postponed due to weather. In the interleague action, Miami over Minnesota. The Yankees beat Philly. Tampa Bay beat Washington. Pittsburgh over Boston. And the White Sox beat San Francisco. And the road to the NBA Finals now goes through Milwaukee in the East. The road out of the Western Conference goes through Denver for the first time ever. And the rest of the top half of the Eastern Conference playoff bracket is now set as well. The Bucks will have the number 1 overall seed and home court advantage for the entirety of their time in the playoffs. They beat Chicago 105-99. 92. And Denver got the number 1 seed in the West after New Orleans beat Memphis in overtime, 138-131. Other NBA winners last night, Brooklyn, New York, Boston, Atlanta, Dallas, and the Clippers. And in the Hockey League last night, Rangers beat Tampa Bay, Calgary over Winnipeg, and Edmonton beat Anaheim. I'm Chick McGee, and that's your Bob and Tom Sports Update.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Before we go, thought I'd tell you the true story of Susie Suzuki and Sam Sammer.
Now, this is the true story.
Yeah.
Okay.
As told by yours truly,
Tom Whiskey, Frontier Doctor.
Well, good morning. Well, I never will forget it. Susie Suzuki had to get married at a very young age.
Yep.
She was impregnated by her husband, Hyaston. She never really liked Hyaston, but they had 12 children. Now, Hyaston up and died, and Susie remarried.
Uh-huh.
I'll tell you, it was really something because she married her true love, Sam Samurai.
Oh, touching.
Yep. With Sam, she had 12 more children.
Wow.
Well, finally, after many years, Susie died.
I wonder why.
I'll never forget it. I was standing right next to her at the funeral home, well, next to her body.
Mm-hmm.
Two little old ladies were staring down at Susie with tears in their eyes, and the first little old lady said, well, they're finally together. The second little old lady said, who, Susie and her first husband, or Susie and Sam Samurai? No, neither. Her legs.
Bob and Tom.
If you irradiate poop, it will be sterile, but it's still poop.
You can pick your morning radio show, but you can't wipe Bob and Tom on the couch.
Are the stars out tonight? I don't care if it's cloudy or bright, 'cause I'm blind.
Jeez. It's strange living back in America, you know. I mean, America's like a foreign country to me in a lot of ways.
Why?
I don't know. Things are weird. You know, I have friends that don't eat bread anymore. Everybody's on a low-carb diet. No. And Jesus said, take this bread and eat it. It is my body. And the disciples said, Jesus, we're all on a low-carb diet. We appreciate you dying for our sins, but we're all trying to slim down a little bit. We want to look good in the painting.
Welcome back. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Don't.
The Essential Morning Radio. This is Bob and Tom's
Bag for tickets.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee on vacay. There's Jessica Alsman at the news desk.
Hello.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hey, Chick.
Need a song out of Pat today.
We're getting one right now.
All right. There's Josh Arnold.
Hi there.
Who magnificently made his way into the room.
Kind of a sidestep.
Oh, you saw it?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I thought it was
Jazz hands sidestep.
Little show choir flashback.
Josh is at the I Hate Steven Singer's sidekick chair. There's Ace Cosby. Hey. There's Willie Griswold.
We got to find that sequins vest laying around somewhere.
We really do. I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold. Tom.
Do I have the sequins vest in my office?
You might have a different version of it, but I want the original Josh Arnold, game-worn, 17 years old, sequins vest.
From the show choir?
Yeah.
Tell me you have a jacket.
I got a sequin jacket. Okay, very good. Well, speaking of things that are shiny, perhaps things that are gold, got a special request for this, Pat.
Okay.
And I think we'll honor it. Let me see. This comes to us from Roger. He said, could you please ask Mr. Godwin to play the slump busting song? I've gotten it stuck in my head. Well, you're welcome and thank you, and we're sorry at the same time.
It was stuck in all of our heads the other day, remember?
And this is this goes back to Three Dog Night and their old-fashioned love song. And the news story is about the great Derek Jeter. During an interview on The Tonight Show last year, he admitted that he once went to extreme lengths to get out of a slump.
Chick, this would be the great Derek Jeter.
By the fascinating Derek Jeter.
Derek.
Tell me more, Tom.
I'm explaining it for the lady.
the best athlete in the room.
She knows more about baseball, softball than anybody in here.
What is baseball? Is this where they kick it?
Well done.
No, you were an excellent softball player.
I was a pitcher.
Okay.
No pitch count for me.
Okay.
Or time.
In any event, on the show with Fallon, Jeter said he wore a thong in front of thousands of people. He wore it, of course, under his pants, presumably. He was wearing a golden thong when he was told by one of his friends that it would get him out of his slump. They checked the records, and he was 0 for 32 before a home run that he hit April 29, 2004. He said he was wearing a gold thong.
It worked.
That day. So it did work. And, Pat, you have transformed a fine song into an even finer one.
Just a slump-busting gold thong got Jeter out of a losing streak.
Jeter. It's brilliant.
Right off
Mr. Jeter.
It's wrapped around his buttocks, stuck in his crack. It's hard for Jeets to take a leak. Oh, yeah. His teammate swears that it works. It'll get him out of that rut. Then Jeter hits a home run with that gold thong up his butt. Everybody now. Just a slump-busting gold thong.
Gold thong.
That filthy thing goes on when the chips are down. Come on now. Just a slump-busting gold thong. Wash it good and send it to Coopertown.
I'd be going to Coopertown. Coopertown.
I forgot about Coopertown.
And as someone suggested, John Mellencamp should title his next album. The boys are back in Coopertown. Oh, that's great. Thank you very much, Pat. Thank you. Just brings
always a fun one.
Warmth to my heart. If you want to reach us, please, Bob and Tom at bobandtom.com. Get the app. It's free. Have some fun. You can listen to us on your favorite station.
Now it's time for Sprockets where we dance.
What's the name of that public address announcer at the Yankees who used to say, number 2, Derek Jeter? His name. Everybody's yelling at the radio right now, and I can't remember his name, but he did it forever.
Farley.
Number 2.
No.
Farley Farquhar.
It's
Derek Farley Granger.
Okay. I'm sorry. Back to the sports page.
Right now?
We don't have to.
Okay.
Stupid world record.
Let the computer do it. I'm not. Dentist in Tampa, Florida is hoping to break a record by pulling a car with his teeth.
You'd think a dentist would know better.
Dr. Mike Foley, sound effects artist, and told WFTS.
We have fits over the news.
Good.
See, that's why I didn't do anything. He got the idea from an old acrobatic circus performance.
Could be worse. It could be WFDS.
Well, there's a lot of
FDS? So, yeah. When you're not so fresh.
They would bite on this.
Our news ladies have to keep their legs shut.
Feminine deodorant spray.
Okay. You don't hear about that much anymore,
No,
do you?
not at all. Not good for
Not
you.
necessary.
What is that? FDS? No, it's Raid.
I hear a lot of that industry, feminine hygiene spray, is in the package.
Remember they get, in the movie Clerks, they get into a fight and they're using things around the store to hurt each other with, and then the fight's over and they're sitting there and he goes, "Are you okay?" And he goes, "The FDS stings." Barely sprayed him in the eyes.
Before we get back to that world record story, as riveting as it is, we just got this email from... this can't be right. It says this from Kimberly Clark. Isn't that like
a big
people
company
that brings us Puffs or Kleenex or something? Anyway, she says, yesterday it started raining where I work. I looked out of my window and I said to my coworker, "Look at those big water balls." That's right. I couldn't think of the word raindrop.
Perfectly acceptable.
Thanks a lot, Tom.
Water balls.
Perfectly acceptable.
Water balls.
Sometimes you can't get
That's
the word out.
funny.
You got to just do a description.
Back to Mike Foley. He said he was going to pull a car with his teeth. He got the idea from an acrobatic circus performance.
I would expect this from Mick Foley, but Mike?
He said Mr. Sacco, they would bite on this leather bit, or another way of saying it would be a piece of leather, and they would hang from their teeth, and so it was called the iron jaw. You ever ride that jaw, Joe?
Oh, that'll be iron. I'm getting old.
You needed a strong jaw, obviously, to be able to support that. Isn't your jaw muscle the strongest muscle in your body? Is that right?
I thought isn't your tongue like secretly strong?
Yeah.
I thought that was the strongest muscle.
But wouldn't this guy's teeth all be pulled out?
Why is a dentist encouraging this sort of behavior?
I don't think your teeth would get pulled out if you were clamping down on something. That would be really hard to get done.
Okay.
There's many things that go wrong here.
Sure.
And is he getting? So he's going to do what now?
Using his dental experience, Foley set out to make his own iron jaw, but instead decided to pull a 200,000-pound car. To break the Guinness...
Wait. A 200,000-pound car?
I added zeros. A 2,000 pound car.
I was going to say a 200,000.
All right, we don't have to go over. You're going to go over it.
I'm just saying.
Go over a lot of similes that I got. How wrong I got that.
You've got a 2,000-pound car. What kind of mileage do you get? No, I get footage.
Yeah, 200,000.
Well, the problem is
dealerships weigh 200,000 pounds.
The problem is the ruts I leave in the road in my 200,000-pound car. May I continue?
Sorry. So he's going to pull a 2,000-pound car.
Shut up!
With his teeth. Sorry.
To break the Guinness World Record, he needs to pull a car 100 feet in less than 17 seconds. Oh, there's
a time component, too. Wow.
Foley said he can pull 100 feet in about...
Is he backwards or forwards? I'm serious.
We know you are. That's why Chick's upset.
He said he can pull 100 feet in about 30 seconds at the moment, but hopes to beat the record. Wait a minute. Wait a damn minute.
All right.
You heard the intro.
Stupid world record.
This is about a guy. Look that over, Josh. This is about a guy attempting in the future.
He needs
to break a record.
Hopes to beat the record by the end of the year.
Hopes to beat the record.
So we'll be revisiting
this way. When we have the story, if he does, we'll know the background.
Well, let's hope he works up to that 200.
By the end of the year.
Okay.
What are you, a New York judge? December 4th, we'll decide if this guy
Hey!
Okay.
Let's get political.
Ripped from the headlines.
Yeah, that's what you got to love America. Swift justice. In 6 years, we'll decide. He does it backwards. He's walking backwards with the car in neutral.
What does that change for you?
That makes it more.
It makes it harder because I was thinking if he was walking forward, right, it would be his facial muscles.
It would be impossible unless he had.
Like a sleigh dog? Like just
There'd be a lot of mandibular distress.
Yes, in any event, he's walking backwards.
It would be easier to walk backwards and pull it than
pulling the car with his teeth.
Which way is the car going? Is the car going backwards or frontwards?
You know what? Is the engine on? Maybe if the driver got it in reverse and he's trying to pull it, then you got something.
No, the car is in neutral, obviously, and it's going the direction that he's walking backwards.
Well, I didn't know if it was backing
He said the first time he tried pulling the car with his teeth in the back of his head, so his molars, I'm guessing, he put the bit way back there. He realized it could jeopardize his entire career. Of course, I don't want to be a toothless dentist, he said. I think that would be bad for business.
Well, this guy's like my dentist. He's going to have the hygienist come out and do 95% of the work. Then he'll just come by and take a little look-see.
Yeah. Dentists really have like the HGTV deal where they just walk in, they do the intro, and then you watch all the laborers come in and do the actual work.
I love my dentist. Just kidding, sir.
We have the same dentist. He often tells me about how poorly you treat your teeth.
I go to the same dentist.
He just fixes those guys.
Chicken,
Can you tell?
Oh, wait. Do I not go to? I go to your dentist.
You go to my dentist.
That's not Tom's
He's the
dentist?
best.
That's not Tom.
I go to your dentist. I've been to your dentist. Remember when I was chipping my tooth like every 3 weeks?
Yeah,
I saw everybody's dentist in here.
Okay. Tom's dentist is the only dentist that has a Messiah complex. It's very wide.
I've met him before, though.
Oh, see? Dentists abound.
Okay. So this guy hasn't broken the record yet.
No, he sure hasn't.
Okay. So
Plans to by the
In case
end of the year.
in case you haven't noticed, I've checked out. Okay.
Does your dentist ever say, "I can tell you're not flossing"?
Oh, you
in
used
this
to.
case, I can tell you've been towing cars with your teeth. Now, it didn't. Anybody ever do the thing when they were a kid where they had a tooth that was loose, and to get rid of it, they did like a slam the door thing?
Yeah, you tie a string around the tooth and then the doorknob. And
I refused to let anyone do that.
And I wasn't in the He-Man Woman Haters Club, and I didn't have a car, and I didn't have a pet dog named Petey. I didn't have any of that.
We did it.
Yeah, I did the one where I'm not kidding. We tied a thread around my tooth.
Right.
And then I took this little rocket.
What?
A little tiny metal rocket, probably, 6 inches long.
Yeah.
And then heaved it.
And did it work?
Yeah.
Well, you know what? The heaving of it probably would have pulled the tooth out instead of.
Yeah, but it was much cooler to have this little metal rocket in my front yard on Duffield Road and heave that baby up. And
A rocket took out your tooth.
Yeah, isn't that cool?
That's cool.
Nope.
My brother recently came home. This was in the last 2 months. And he said, my mom had a string tied around my niece's tooth and the other end tied around a doorknob. And my brother John goes, you're not doing that.
No, it's fun.
I don't know. I bet dentists do not recommend that's how you get rid of it. You pull a tooth.
This guy's pulling cars. He's a dentist. He's pulling cars with his teeth.
Yeah, I wouldn't go to him.
Yeah, we'll find out more.
I go to a good dentist. He has stuffed lions in his lobby. It's cool.
That is a nice dentist.
Remember that dentist who shot the...
Oh, that's so funny. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Our dentist has a really swell saltwater fish tank.
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
It's very cool.
By the way, everybody here in America was so mad that dentist went over and killed that lion. Anybody talk to the villagers over there? Thank you, our hero. That thing had been stalking us for months.
Now can you take care of this cavity? Can you fluoridate the swamp? Oh, what do you mean we're not supposed to poop in there and drink it? Oh, no wonder.
All right.
More sports coming up, and I'll have the answer of who used to introduce Derek Jeter. Number 2, Derek Jeter.
Right now, I'll remind you that Josh is sitting in a very special chair. It's the IHateStevenSinger.com sidekick chair. Steven Singer's got something up and running. What it is he's getting ready for Mother's Day. Wants you to do the same. And Stephen has the ultimate gift for moms. And this is something brand new. He continues the tradition, of course, of gold-dipped roses, real roses dipped in 24-karat gold. And then they are beautifully augmented with various colors. This time it's neon green, the first in a series of neon-colored roses. So you got a shot at sending something really cool to your mom. It comes in a beautiful premium gift box, a personalized message. That means a nice message for you telling your mom how much you love her, or those other moms in your life. Your sister's a mom. You know what I'm talking about. Get something for all those moms. By the way, of course, it's from IHateStevenSinger.com, so it has a full lifetime guarantee. Get the order in before 2 o'clock Eastern Time, out the door that day. And it's not just these gold-dipped roses that are out there. Stephen has beautiful rings, bracelets, necklaces, that's right, earrings, all kinds of cool stuff for moms. Do something nice for your mom so she knows how much you love her. Remember, she's the one that changed your diapers back in the day. She put up with you. She yanked out those teeth. Mm-hmm. I mean, the ones that were supposed to come out. I'm not suggesting this is some kind of scene from Marathon Man. Oh. Well, Jimmy, is it safe? Go to IHateStevenSinger.com. Tell him the Bob and Tom Show sent you. Tell Steven we said, hey, IHateStevenSinger.com. Coming up in sports, we have a little bit of news about the Yankees.
Who's Bob Shepard? That's right.
And we have a question for Josh about his pet, your little kitty.
Oh, okay.
Named Gravy.
Happy to talk.
Okay, good. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, this is Frank Caliendo, and you're listening to Bob and Tom.
Oh, ow. Oh, back.
Oh, hey, Josh. What's wrong?
My back is sore, my legs.
What's in your shoe?
Nothing. I mean, here, look, nothing.
Joshua, you have to have proper support. Orange insoles.
Orange insoles, you say?
Yeah, look.
Yeah, I see.
Look at this. They're great.
Yeah. Orange insoles. I'll give them a shot.
Great. See you later, buddy.
Give it a... Yippee! I can mow and dance while I do it. Ha! No more pain. Thank you, orange insoles.
Josh, did you get orange insoles?
Jessica, I sure did. Thanks to orange insoles, I feel great.
Terrific. See you later.
Orange insoles. Feel better, do more.
He says the film focuses on, among other things, imposter syndrome, which he feels everyone has to some degree. How I'm Feeling Now is streaming now on Netflix. And that's a look at your entertainment news. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Things you hear on the Bob and Tom Show.
Hi, I'm Morty Gleckman for Casket Carnival.
It's a Casket Carnival. You won't lose your shirt. It's a Casket Carnival. When we shovel on the dirt, we'll make sure you really save before we stick you in your grave. We won't steal from you. Casket Carnival.
We've got lots of games and prizes, and since many of our coffins are scratch and dent or gently used models, we pass the savings on to you at Casket Carnival. And don't forget to say hello to our lovable mascot, Embalmo the Clown.
Hey, yeah, there. Thanks for coming to the Casket Carnival. You're really gonna dig our prices there. Don't forget to ask about our layaway plan, huh? Hey, geez, what's wrong with these people? I'm dying up here, huh? At the cremation station, we want to earn your business. You know, sometimes I wish I were dead.
This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
Little ditty about Jack Bauer's plan to try and stop a nerve gas attack by the mean Russian man. Jack is hiding in the ductwork, crawling around. Then it pops up, pulls his gun, shouting, "Everybody down!" Jack is just trying to keep America free. But tell him a lie and he'll shoot your wife right in the knee. Gotta get the intel, no matter the cost. He gonna give the wet list to that German dude who was on Lost. Jack said, Chloe, upload them schematics to my PDA. Gonna put my jacket hood on, hold my breath and save the day. Jack said, oh yeah, life goes on. Long after they set off the nerve gas bomb. Oh yeah, I said life goes on. Long after Michelle, Tony, and Edgar are gone. Little ditty about Jack Bauer's plan. Gonna whisper, then shout some, then whisper it again. Curtis, where are you? Tell me about Mr. Cooper. Tell me about Mr. Cooper. Get in the chopper now. I said I wanted a cheeseburger.
Hi, this is Nick Griffin, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Now, Dwight Slade is our guest. Now, Dwight is a very healthy guy, but you were saying that you had a colonic?
I had a colonic. It's a water skiing accident that you do on purpose.
This is where they fill your lower cavity with...
Why don't you walk me through this?
With water.
No, no.
Is there an audio component to this as the revealing is taking place?
Like nothing I've ever heard.
Yeah, they play this.
There it goes now.
You know you're too high when you're eating cereal naked and your girlfriend tells you to put some clothes on. You realize it's not your girlfriend. It's just a woman on a bus. That's how you know you're too high.
Essential morning radio. All day and all night. This is Bob and Tom.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee on vacation. Jessica Alsman at the news desk.
Hello.
There's Pat Godwin.
Hey, chick.
He's at the performance studio. There's Josh Arnold.
Hi there.
He's at the I Hate Steven Singer sidekick chair. There's Ace Cosby. Hey. There's Willie Griswold.
Good morning.
I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold.
Thank you very much.
Number two, Tom Griswold.
Speaking of announcing and voices,
Griswold.
We were talking about the Masters Golf Tournament. They're going to be featuring, I guess, on some of their videos, they'll be featuring the AI, the artificial intelligence voice that the robot, if you will be watching the thing and then playing doing the audio. And we got talking about all this stuff and all these artificial intelligence voices, and we did an experiment. I'm going to play something for you, And this is an AI voice. This is not the person you think it is. Here we go.
I really like Tom Griswold and all his damn foibles. I am especially fond of the one where he won't drive into a gas station if a tanker truck is there. Now the one about the armored car at the bank is a bunch of crap. Tom really is a great boss.
I can tell in my headphones now that that's not me.
Yeah, no, it's not. It's not.
It's close.
Yeah. It's real close.
That was based on a typed script.
It's close AF is what it is.
Yeah, and it's too close for comfort.
Yes. And it'll be getting better. That was a relatively primitive
but there's still that audio uncanny valley, if you will, that's not.
And then, this is the same thing, but me. This is not me. This is the robot.
Hello, this is Tom Griswold from The Bob and Tom Show. And now I'd like to recite my favorite jokes from HBO's hit show, The Last of Us. Are you ready? Here we go.
What do you think?
I think
not only does it sound like
not
you,
as close.
it sounds like something you'd say. How about those zombies, huh?
That was based on a typed script.
It's close, but it's not.
That sounds more like you 20 years ago, maybe, like on a different microphone.
Let's try it again.
Like,
here. Well, again, that's another issue, but here we go.
It doesn't matter how much you push the envelope, it'll still be stationary. What did the mermaid wear to her math class? An algae bra. I stayed up all night wondering where the sun went, and then it dawned on me.
These are better than aces.
Interesting. I mean, it's close, but it'll be getting a lot closer.
That's crazy.
And that's just based on playing a little bit of audio of me into this thing, if you will, and then you give it a typed script, and that's what happens.
Crazy.
So, yeah. Oh, wait a second.
I'll get that. Hello, Bob and Tom Show.
Bob and Tom, it's Kenny Tarmac.
Kenny.
Hey, Shooter, I'd love to say we just landed, but I'm still driving.
Oh.
I know. Like I said yesterday, with all these spring breakers clogging up the airlines, I rented a car, making the most of my wizard number, but it's fair to say I've had my fill of zone 4 people. I know. I just crossed over into IL from IN, and for once I didn't have to do a touch-and-go at ORD first.
Oh, nice.
I'm at a truck stop, and like most road dogs, I had to re-up on my supply of sugar-free Celsius and veggie straws, and I'd be giving anything to be in the Sky Club about right now, but unfortunately, my rental car has a nail in the tire. Yeah, I got to find a place to get my tire fixed.
Yeah.
I'll take a bird strike any day over this, but this is really going to set me back. Bob and Tom, hang on a sec. Let me ask this trucker if he knows a place to get my flat fixed around here.
Okay.
Excuse me, sir. I found myself in a predicament. My right front is low. Picked up a nail. Would you happen to know a reputable tire place around these parts? Boy, you've definitely got yourself a flat there. That's going to turn into a roll down occasion. Probably won't attend to it. That's why I roll on Goodyear tires. I don't use those commie brands. I wouldn't put those on a moped, but if you can make it up to Pete's Tire Center, you're only 2 miles away. I think it sounds good. Yeah, I'll try to find Pete's. What you want to do is take a left out of here. You're going to go maybe a mile and a half on the south side of the road. You're going to see a sign for Joe Gin Spa. Now, if you can't make it all the way to Pete's, be sure to stop in there. Hey, Todd, I've got to take this. I got to call on my burner. They may not fix your flat at Joe Gin's, but you're going to feel like they did. Here, I've got a gift card that's got $40 left on it. I haven't been in almost a year on account of my cholesterol being what it is. When you get there, ask for Lou. Tell her you'll pass on the table shower, but you still want her to take a look at your undercarriage. Hey, gang, looks like this might take a while. Let's circle back and reload for tomorrow. We just landed.
Okay, thanks.
Easy, I'm right here. My God.
Okay, I got another. This is another one with the AI, artificial intelligence version of my voice. See if this one sounds better.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Let's go around the room. I see Chick McGee at the sports desk, Ace Cosby at Master Control. Over at the news desk is Christy Lee. Josh Arnold is here along with my son, Willie Griswold. Let's not forget Pat Godwin in the performance studio. Coming up on the Bob and Tom Show, we've got a story about a lady who dropped a deuce on her boss's desk after she won several million in the lottery.
Sounds like you.
That was you. It's very close. Very, very close.
The start of it sounds like you, and then the end of the sentence doesn't.
It's weird hearing your breathing in between. You can hear your breath.
Yeah, that's all the computer. So again, that's not. I didn't say any of that. That was all a typed script.
This is all terrible.
There's going to be so many more jobs out there now, like technology jobs, to basically show that these are fake audio or like the deep fakes. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Like in court, like, no, this is AI. This is not what he really
Have you
said.
heard the one of me?
No.
It's pretty close. Here, let me play it here. All right.
Uh-huh.
Alsman, I want to have sex with you. Come on. Do it with me.
That does sound like you.
Just do it.
That is Josh doing it.
The hell's wrong with you? Forget about your boyfriend and have sex with me. Isn't that close?
That's really
It's
close.
so close.
And actionable.
No, it's a robot.
That was a robot.
No, it's a robot.
But there will be, I think, a lot of these in a few years doing traffic.
Yeah, exactly.
I am not in a helicopter. In fact, I don't live in your country.
This is the helicopter. I don't.
No, seriously, it'll be some guy doing a typescript in New Delhi. Here is Chicago traffic. Yeah, scary stuff. And they can also do it. They can also do it visually. That's the other thing that's scary. But I mean, they'll be able to have whatever Humphrey Bogart do the narration of a documentary, as I said yesterday, pretty soon. So
Yeah.
But there'll be licensing issues, et cetera, et cetera.
As you can see here, the water's been poisoned.
Edward G. Robinson.
There are contracts now, I heard, that some actors and actresses will do that they basically want to be de-aged like 5 or 10 years when they do movies. So it's like in their contract, like whatever we do, you basically have to like, you know.
How about we
de-age
not
me.
spend the money on that and we'll hire
It's
a
a
younger.
negotiation. And I could not believe it.
Way to price yourselves out of roles.
Look
ladies.
at that. Clint Eastwood only looks 76. My goodness. The kid up there.
One can only imagine what they're going to do in porn. Why do they call him 2-Foot Johnny? Oh, my God.
Well, that would just be funny.
They'll be able to do it all. Well, thank you very much. Isn't that weird, though, that Kenny Tarmac, to go back one topic, Kenny Tarmac encountered Floyd.
That was amazing.
What are the odds?
Like a Marvel movie in here.
Yes, the Bob and Tom universe.
That reminds me, coming up this Friday, it's going to be Donnie Baker at the Corvette Museum in Bowling Green, Kentucky.
Cool.
And then Saturday, he'll be at the Preston Arts Center in Henderson, Kentucky.
Why would a Kenny Tarmac Floyd call remind you of Donnie Baker?
Because I believe they're going to be guesting at the Donnie Show.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Well, that needs to happen.
That's what I heard. Bowling Green and Henderson in the great Commonwealth of Kentucky, the Corvette Museum Friday, and the Preston Arts Center on Saturday.
All right.
Now, I
heard that Floyd actually opens for Kenny. Because 1 is by land and 2 goes by air. Nah, it didn't work. It was in my head, something was there. You could see what I was going for.
Okay, now,
Yeah, oh yeah.
Josh, we had an interesting news story a couple days ago about people with pets and how they talk to their pets, and we all do. Chick, how do you talk to your pets?
Does your baby? Get that. What are you doing? Why did you do that? Why? Why?
And do you have?
Go lay down.
Are both your dogs lady dogs?
Yes.
Because right now I've got both.
You got a boy and a girl?
And a couple actually, a couple of girls. And I forget.
I thought you were going to say they're a couple.
I will forget, and because when I talk to the dogs, I talk for them, and I'll go, "That's such a good girl." And then Mr. Fletcher will look at me and he'll go, "I'm a boy dog." I go, "So sorry." But the
I don't know what he's talking about.
I'm following.
Well, the article was about how dog and cat owners talk to their pets. And apparently, according to this survey, 36% of their conversations with other human beings are about their pets. And there was another interesting stat in here, the number of people who would get tattoos that reference their pet, including their pet's name. They would get a tattoo of their pet's name. 16% of those in the survey said they had their pet's name as a tattoo.
Huh.
Now, Austin has taken the time and trouble to write, saying, "I look forward to Josh's new tattoo." The name of your cat is what?
Gravy.
The new Josh tattoo I recommend says, Austin, "I love gravy."
Oh.
P.S. You're welcome, Tom. Thank you, Austin. Now, were you not chasing after Gravy just a couple of weeks ago?
I was. She was outside somewhere. Got out in a rainy morning, and
it's dark out there. You're running around the neighborhood. What are you shouting out?
I had the gift, the wonderful gift that Ace got us. It was the winter hat with a light on in the front, and I was yelling "Gravy, gravy" as I walked up and down the sidewalks. And gee, go to Bob Evans. Shut up.
I wish some guy would have yelled ranch and you guys could have played the fat guy version of Marco Polo. Gravy, ranch.
Thanks for that nice letter, Austin. If you want to reach us, Bob and Tom at bobandtom.com. We would love to hear from you. And now, do we return to the sports desk?
I think so. Isn't Derek Jeter from Michigan? So that makes the story okay?
Okay.
Here we go. This is Derek Jeter being introduced by Bob Shepard, who passed away in 2010. But this is what I was remembering.
Now batting for the American League from the New York Yankees, the shortstop, number 2, Derek Jeter. Number 2.
That's a great accent.
So good.
Number 2.
Derek Jeter.
Jeter. Number 2.
Sounds like you should be doing Shakespeare. Number 2.
Where have you been, Derek?
I lunched with Sir Jonathan Houseman yesterday.
Did you?
Well, no, just say who's coming up to the plate, huh, Bob?
All right. Shall I wash your balls for you?
I would alert the media.
John Gielgud. Okay. Stupid world record. Well, this is a terrifying story. Why did you give me this? A man in Italy holds the Guinness World Record for the most bigamous marriages.
Oh, my. All right.
According to the record authority, Giovanni Violito married 104 or 100 or 105 women between 1949 and 1981 without ever getting divorced.
Cool.
I love women.
Chick, you were once in many marriages, weren't you?
Yeah, it was bigamy.
Big of you.
I think it was big of all of us. That's what I think. None of his wives knew about each other. Yeah, that's the best way to do it, I think, if you're going to do it. And the women barely even knew their husband. His scheme involved telling the women that he lived far away and would ask them to pack up all their belongings to join him.
I go now.
Once they packed, Violito drove away with their possessions in a moving truck, never to be seen again.
I'll see you, bitch.
He then sold the items at flea markets.
Oh, man.
Where he also scouted potential new victims.
And this is a world record?
This is a movie. This is a miniseries. Netflix, hello. He was caught in 1981, and in 1983, Violito was sentenced to 34 years in prison for fraud and bigamy. I think it's big of all of us. Yeah, Violito passed away in 1991. Oh, man, I bet he was relieved. He still holds the record for the most bigamous marriages. He married women across 27 different U.S. states and 14 countries, using a different fake identity each time. Can I tell you something? I've always wanted a fake identity, a passport. You know, when they go to where the hero's got to leave, and he unlocks the safe, and there's like 6 passports. And
yes.
He grabs it all, puts it in the go bag, and
You want to be the saint.
I wanted to do that. Yes, I do.
I mean, you've had 3 names.
Yeah, I guess in the abstract.
Technically.
2 legal, but yeah, 3.
There's a real name, Mick Titsley. And then there's...
That was problematic.
You know, but that was the social mores, for whatever reason.
Yeah. Oh, Mr. Titsley.
All right.
Paging Charles Bushlick.
And then you went with Charles Bushlick.
I was Chick Titsley, and then I was Chuck Bushlicks. Is that what you
So this guy came to America after going to several other countries.
Whatever his name is, was not his real name. It simply happened to be the one he was using when he married his last wife. During his trial, prosecutors contended that his true identity was Fred Jipp, J-I-P-P.
No way.
J-I-P-P.
So that's problematic now.
Well, G-Y-P would be.
Yeah.
In the crosswords,
Pat,
but not...
Listen up.
All right.
He always proposed to women just after the first date.
That's the way you do it.
I love you.
This is my son. I think he loves you. Let's get married.
Your name is Patrick Jipp, isn't it? Fred's son.
His penultimate victim. Josh, tell everybody what penultimate.
Second to last.
That's right. Sharon Clark of Indiana managed to track Vigliotto down.
Just go with Mr. Jip. That's his name.
in
JIPP.
Florida. He was arrested in Florida. There you go.
Wow. Well, this is one record I don't think Mr. David Rush will beat. The man's happily married.
Well, I don't know.
Let's ask her.
I think the clock is running on that one. Okay.
Has his wife ever been part of one of his records?
Yeah.
I don't know.
So.
Yeah, I think
has she?
Yeah,
They
there
were
are a
doing
couple
like
of them.
the.
I
It's
bet
putting
they-
on shirts, T-shirts.
Oh,
or
that's right.
something.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's
As much as we joke, I'm sure they have a fun
They
time.
hate each other.
They had to pop balloons between each other, I think, too.
Well,
or
let's get back to Mr.
You know
J
how they
here.
say good morning? You again?
So this guy died in prison then, huh?
Yes.
Wonder how many wives he had in prison.
or
husbands.
Yeah.
Because, to be fair here.
I don't know who gave you that idea that it's just rampant sodomy in prisons. But I wish it had
Non-stop sex.
Scared straight, baby.
There's just some sad war. Fellas.
Coming up, something I'm really looking forward to on the Bob and Tom Show today. We're going to be meeting Randy Feltface.
Randy Feltface?
What? Randy Feltface, comedian. That's right. Very excited. Randy Feltface will be here.
All right.
In the studio. Thank you very much. Coming up, we have a vanity plate that got a guy in trouble. We have snakes on a plane for real. And, a place you don't want to be drunk and crashing your car, which would be almost any place now that I think about it. But this is like the worst place. You'll find out. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
For a complete copy of the Bob and Tom Show contest rules, go to bobandtom.com/contest-
Brian Johnson, first, the lead singer of AC/DC. For those of you who never heard him, he's like a pirate.
Yeah.
We're going to have a good time tonight, right? Hey, matey, we're going to roast up shore and give him a nice concert. Like, go down and have it. He can like it. Yeah. He goes.
sounds like.
He comes and he goes, Jimmy, me son, I'm somewhere in Europe, and someone said that there's a guy named Jimmy Brewer doing hokey pokey. Goes, I challenge you to come up on stage with me at the show I'm doing.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, sounds amazing. Right? Sounds amazing.
Right.
We're at a club and he's doing a benefit. And so some of the guys from AC/DC and Deep Purple and all this just. And Brian Johnson goes up on stage and we rehearse for about an hour. He's like, okay, I'm going to go out and I'm going to bring you out. And like, are they going to like this? Oh, they're going to love it. They're going to love it. They're going to love it. I said, okay. All right. Well, when do I know to go? The guy will come and he come and get you and you'll be on the side of the stage. He come and get you. All right. So I'm on the side of the stage and I get engulfed in the show. Lights go down. The first song. Oh,
yeah.
Oh, wow. They're playing Shoot to Thrill. The floor is rocking. Next song. Back in black. Chicks are now climbing men's shoulders. I want a better view. Third song, it's silent for like an hour, for about 3 minutes, and then the bongs of the bell. Bong, bong, I'm playing house bells. Place is ready to riot, and the guy comes and gets me, and he's like, all right, kid, get on the side of the stage. Hokey pokey right after hell's bells. All right. I said, no. He's like, yeah, no, they're going to love it. They're going to love it. So I'm literally watching them like, Satan coming to you. Hell's bells. Like, there's no way that puts your left foot in, your left foot out is gonna go up.
Oh, my God.
for a weekend or a week. No worries. You got the Bob and Tom Show right there with you. You can be in your meeting with your headphone on, your earbuds, listening to the Bob and Tom Show, ignoring all of that work stuff and keeping it tuned right here all morning long to Bob and Tom 24/7. Good morning. I'm Mark Allison with a look at things you may have missed. Hundreds of thousands of people will fill the streets of France Thursday for the 11th day of nationwide resistance to a government proposal to raise the retirement age from 62 to 64. The furious public reaction to the plan has cornered and weakened French President Emmanuel Macron, currently in China meeting with their leader. France's highest body on constitutional affairs will be considering the higher retirement age issue, and France's highest decision maker in public affairs expected to issue a ruling this month that Macron's opponents hope will severely limit his proposal. Meanwhile, back in the United States, Bob Lee, a technology executive who created Cash App and was currently chief product officer of MobileCoin, has been fatally stabbed in downtown San Francisco. The San Francisco Police Department disclosed little about the stabbing. The department says officers responded to the stabbing in Rincon Hill neighborhood at 2:35 a.m. Tuesday, and they found 43-year-old Robert Lee wounded. He later died at a hospital. MobileCoin CEO Josh Goldbard said Lee made large contributions to Android at Google and was the first chief technology officer of Square before coming to MobileCoin. And that's a look at things you may have missed. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
I'm sitting in my car with the car running. Suddenly, this car pulls in next to me, and this lady is throwing her arms up, screaming at me, and she looks like a complete psycho. It must have been mistaken identity.
I would offer that in that short drive from where you were to the restaurant to meet your son, you cut her off about 7 times, is what I would say.
Matt, what was your theory?
I think he parked in the handicap parking, maybe.
No.
What do you think happened here, Will?
I just didn't know my mom was in town.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, this is Henry Phillips, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. Well, what else would you be doing with your time?
Yes, it's time now for another exciting episode. Oh, no. Of Murray Whiskey, Frontier Funeral Director. Oh, no. My hero. In this episode, Murray Whiskey has just gotten married. And he brings his beautiful new wife to their honeymoon room, their suite. They're getting undressed on their wedding night there. Murray Whiskey drops his trousers, throws them over to his new little bride. Just put those on. She looks at him incredulously. She says, go ahead, put them on. She puts on the trousers. She says, they're too big. I can't wear these. Murray Whiskey says, that's right. Remember that. I wear the pants in this family. Don't you ever forget that. She says, fine. She takes off her panties. She throws them over to Murray Whiskey. She says, you put those on. He tries. She says, you made me do it. You've got to do it. He says, okay. So he tries to get them on. Can't do it. He says, I can't even get these past my thighs. He says, I can't get into these panties. He says, yeah, and until you change your attitude, you're not going to either, partner.
A true tale from the Old West.
That concludes another exciting episode. Murray Whiskey, Frontier Pyromaniac over here. What are you lighting up the studio?
Yeah, this thing, it's not working. I'm sorry. Nothing. Just...
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee on vacation. Jessica Alsman at the news desk.
Hi.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hello, Chick.
There's Josh Arnold.
Chick.
He's the I Hate Steven Singer sidekick chair. There's Ace Cosby. Hey. There's Willie Griswold.
With a letter.
I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold.
What's the letter?
Bob and Tom in supporting cast. You can tell that the robot voice for Tom isn't real because there's no sugar packets being shaken in the background.
They're on to you, Butch.
Point well taken. Yeah. Once again, do you want to hear? This is not me. This is the, I can barely stand saying it, the AI artificial intelligence version. This was a typed script given to the machine, and here's what you get.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Let's go around the room. I see Chick McGee at the sports desk, Ace Cosby at master control. Over at the news desk is Christy Lee. Josh Arnold is here along with my son, Willie Griswold. Let's not forget Pat Godwin in the performance studio. Coming up on the Bob and Tom Show, we've got a story about a lady who dropped a deuce on her boss's desk after she won several million in the lottery.
Yeah, that's definitely not you.
Yeah.
Your intros are like 4 minutes long.
Yeah, that's
That's true, Josh. It's a long show, Josh. But we'll hand you the reins. What do you got?
Keep
Go ahead.
teaching.
No, seriously, go ahead.
Oh, sure. I've got an email here. It says, we were talking about how my cat's name is Gravy, and how when I was looking for her once outside, I was up and down the streets.
In the dark, screaming out gravy.
That's right. Danita has written in. She says, I have a dog named Whiskey and 3 cats, Bourbon, Tequila, and Moonshine. My husband says I sound like a drunk on the porch calling them at night. I don't think that's why you sound like a drunk on the porch.
Are you guys
you're
aware
a drunk on the porch?
The term kitty, 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 kitty. You
Yes.
do that? You ever do that?
Here, kitty.
Yeah.
We lived in the country.
How did that start? Do you
when
do
you
that,
don't know
Ace?
the
You
kid,
don't do that?
you don't know the cat's name.
Yeah, kitty, 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 kitty.
Right.
That seems to work.
It absolutely seems to work with every cat that I've ever had the unfortunate.
They
instance
probably
to
think
come
you're
across.
a bird or something.
It's
in
the
there.
international cat call, basically. Kitty,
They like
kitty,
the,
kitty, 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 meow, meow.
too. They like the lip, the tongue.
See, the girls,
The clicks.
that's how I call the
The-
girls. I'll do the.
Yeah.
Like Brad Pitt and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. He grabs a hold of Texas. Never mind.
This on that same topic, Eric writes, you guys missed the perfect name for Josh's Josh's autobiography, Chasing Gravy.
What do you think of that?
Yeah, I'm overweight. Yep.
And then Adam writes, perhaps he should have been shouting out, "Come Gravy." Come Gravy.
Oh my God.
Yes, overweight and a pervert. So you're all.
I'm so sorry.
You're all really killing it out there.
Got a unusual request. We were talking about Canada and our great Canadian friends, and they announced the new astronauts.
I don't know that they're great Canadian friends, especially after what you did.
No, I just got a text from my great Canadian friend like 12 hours ago.
Oh, what's their name?
Mark. He's going to come visit.
Oh, really?
College professor in Canada.
How about that?
Sounds like a pretentious prick.
And no, he's
What does he teach in Canada? Like maple syrup and moose sciences or something?
French, English scholar.
Moose science.
I'm so dumb. I couldn't
Ladies
even
and
think
gentlemen,
it.
you are in Moose Science 101.
I could have gone with like biology, I guess.
I don't want any Bullwinkle jokes.
Yeah.
I don't want any chocolate moose jokes.
I've heard them all.
We're here to learn.
Well, what about hair moose jokes, Professor?
Moose 101.
The announcement was made that the first crew that will be going to the moon, although they will not be landing or orbiting, but this is the first phase of the new lunar mission. NASA announced the 4 astronauts. It's 3 Americans and a Canadian. The crew features the first woman and the first African-American assigned to a lunar mission. It's a big story just a couple days ago. And I jokingly said, hey, I'm all in favor of diversity, but come on, a Canadian?
Right.
The joke there, you said.
You should be careful making that joke because the only equal rights you care about is you being able to shake your sugar packets while we're on the air.
Sure. And I can't shake my sugar packets. I'm out of them. But I do have my jar. But it doesn't make any noise.
Boy, that's a lot of equal, man.
Yeah. You got
Hey, Tom.
good.
Yeah.
Well,
You got a box of equal?
Oh, yeah.
Give it to me. Give it to Dad.
In packet form?
You got more white
tell you
powder
what,
than a frat boy on spring break in Miami.
I'll give you the, hey, man, I'll give you the first packet free, man.
I know that guy. You know that guy,
Oh, yeah, I know that guy.
He's a nice guy.
Got a request here for this. This is a Canadian comedian, a guy by the name of Bruce Clark, now living in Palm Springs, USA. This is a little something from Bruce. Comedian Bruce Clark is our guest.
How about that Pictionary? You ever play that game?
Pictionary?
Sure.
Yeah. We almost got in a fist fight over that, didn't we, Chick?
Yeah, we
Hey.
sure did.
I possess no artistic talent, huh? How about you guys?
I don't.
no.
My wife,
Either does Chick.
No.
my wife can draw anything, huh? You know, she gets the word, draws it 5 seconds, the whole team. Oh, duck-billed platypus. What the hell? My turn. I have no chance unless the words, like stickman. And I got a pretty good shot at it.
Smiley face.
That's me.
And then you play with your friends, they're always drunk, too. You know, all your buddies are always loaded up. Playing there. I get this phrase, I draw it, you know, they're, hey, how about a guy frying his own penis? How about that? You know, what the hell's the matter with you?
That's in Pictionary.
Idiot. It's Peter Pan, you idiot. Right in front of you here, you moron. Guy's yelling at a guy frying his penis. You know? Peter Pan right in front of you. Right along.
Bruce Clark is with us.
But, my friend's got a job, suicide prevention hotline. That's where he works. He's a sociologist.
Oh, boy.
Man, that's
Serious.
tough, you know. Very difficult.
Depressing.
Yeah, he is depressed because he works in the basement of this building, really small office, all cramped up, no windows. You know, all he does is talk to these despondent people. And one day he'll get a call, you know, suicide prevention hotline. I can't take it anymore. All right, sir, calm down. Where are you? Right behind you. It's me, Jim.
That's just so funny. That's Bruce Clark. He's still out there. Doing some great comedy. So a Canadian friend of the show. We just got that in, so I hope everybody's happy now. Got some more requests coming up, including a little bit of orange barrels. For those of you who may be encountering some, I can show you where they are if you'd like to know. Coming up in the news, what do you got over there, Halsey?
Oh, we've got a stolen school bus. We've got Monopoly and Samurais. What do they have in common? And snakes on a plane.
All right, it's all coming up. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Thanks for listening to the Bob and Tom Show this morning. The show is also out there for you on our YouTube channel. Watch and subscribe.
Any changes you'd like to make in the world right
I
now?
got to tell you, okay, first of all, as you guys know, I drive a Cadillac. And if you don't know, Cadillac is kind of considered the Mercedes of cars. And
So I've heard. Yeah.
It's a real big car, and it goes real fast, and I can't always follow all the rules of the road. Okay. So I'm barreling down the street, and I guess the light was red. Who can tell at that speed?
Yeah.
And I got the photo ticket.
Oh, yeah.
If you've never gotten what it is you're going through the intersection, then there's a flashlight, and you think, I hit 88. I'm going back in time, right? You know, finally a chance to go try to break up my parents before they can get together at the child abandonment under the sea dance.
That seems negative.
Oh, boy. But it's not that at all. Mike, they're not. The police aren't even going to work anymore. They're just setting up a camera and calling it good. They're paparazzi. I don't blame them. I don't blame all the laws that they're supposed to. You get in your car, you got to wear a seatbelt. Why do you wear a seatbelt? Because it's the right thing to do? No, because the man tells you have to.
That's right.
Click it or ticket, jackass. Right? Because your government is very, very concerned about your health and safety, and they always have been. And if you got a kid, they're really concerned about your kid's health and safety. Because if you got a kid, you got to put the kid in the car seat, then put him in the back seat. Then there's a wreck, and the airbags come out, and the good ones, they jettison the car seat from the car. Then a parachute comes out, and the kid gently floats to the ground like the beginning of I Dream of Jeannie, because the government is very, very concerned about your children's health and safety, and seatbelts are a big part of that. Really? Ever seen a school bus?
Yeah.
Yeah, the only seatbelt there goes around the 50-year-old parolee driving the damn thing. Oh, yeah. That dude's strapped in like he's going to lethal injection. Meanwhile, the kids are in the back flying around like lottery balls. No. Your government does not make you put on a seatbelt to protect you. They make you put on a seatbelt to control you. They make you put on a seatbelt because it's the only tangible way they can physically tie you up during the day. How about click it or take responsibility for your own health and safety, because this is America and not some fascist regime. What are you saying, Og? You saying you're against seatbelts? You're damn right I'm against seatbelts.
Be at the Funny Bone in Omaha, Nebraska, coming up on April 13th. But most importantly, he'll be with us live in studio this morning. Might want to check out our YouTube channel for that one. It's Randy Feltface in studio with Bob and Tom this morning on Bob and Tom 24/7. Good morning. I'm Mark Allison with your Bob and Tom News headlines. Reports out of Iran say Saudi Arabia and Iran have agreed to reopen diplomatic missions in their respective capitals and in additional cities. The report says the agreement reached Thursday during a meeting of the foreign ministers of Iran and Saudi Arabia in Beijing. The agreement also calls for studying the possibility of resuming flights between the two nations and facilitating the visa process for citizens of both countries. Saudi Arabia and Iran, longtime regional rivals, but have moved towards reconciliation as part of a deal brokered by China last month. The potential loss of conch in the Bahamas reflects the threat overfishing poses around the world to traditional foods. Nowhere as synonymous with a seafood as the Bahamas is with conch, a marine snail whose shell and image are seen throughout the island nation. No longer a theoretical threat, overfishing has wiped out abundant species and taken off the table forever beloved dishes important to cultures, and it's a worsening problem. The United Nations Food and Agriculture Organization has stated that more than a third of the world's fish stocks are overfished, and the rate of unsustainable fishing is rising. Are robot waiters the future? It's a question the restaurant industry increasingly trying to answer. Many think the waste-time machines are the solution to the industry's labor shortages. They can greet guests, lead them to their tables, deliver food and drinks, and ferry dirty dishes back to the kitchen. Sales of robot servers have been growing rapidly in recent years. Tens of thousands of robots now gliding through dining rooms worldwide. Some restaurant owners who use them say they cost less than human servers. Others say they've had troubles with robots breaking down. Robots still have limits. They can't take orders or navigate outdoor patios, for example. One thing you won't find with the robot worker, him saying that he's not going to work weekends. And that's a look at your news headlines. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Hey, hi, this is Tom.
And this is Chick from the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, Christy, what's the best way to get full access to the show?
Hey, what? You introduced me.
That would be to become a Bob and Tom VIP.
Very good. Now, Josh, what's a feature of Bob and Tom VIP?
Wait a minute.
Well, the live 5-camera video stream of the show, plus a podcast of the show and comedy from the Bob and Tom archives.
Excellent. Chick, what do you have to say for yourself?
Become a Bob and Tom VIP now. Just go to bobandtom.com/VIP.
See, that was worth the wait, wasn't it?
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Comedian Roger Naylor is our guest from the Ohio Valley.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to remember. Is your wife a cop?
Yeah, it's not the traditional job like we were talking about. I mean, it is very, very romantic. We met at a Dunkin' Donuts. So. She hates that joke.
I'll bet she does.
It is a weird job for a woman to have, but it has its advantages. I mean, what other job can you think of where the woman comes home every single night with handcuffs? So
sure,
we got a little game we like to play called Held for Questioning. On the downside, my wife carries a gun.
Oh, good point.
Which makes PMS a whole different ball game at my house. Our toilet seat stays down. I take no chances. I pee in the tub or out in the yard. I don't even mess with it.
I don't blame you.
Yeah, my wife is a cop. It's very weird being in bed with a cop.
Do you know how
show?
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee on vacay. There's Jessica Halsman at the news desk.
Hello.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hey, Chick.
There's Josh Arnold.
Hi there.
At the I Hate Steven Singer's sidekick chair. There's Ace Cosby. There's Willie Griswold.
Hey, man.
This is really me, not a computer recreation. I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold.
Thank you very much.
The music's a computer recreation.
Yeah, it's something.
There's a real instrument in there at all.
Nope. Sounds like a box squeaking across the floor.
Get funky, mister.
We'd
That
like to.
is the farthest thing from funky.
Yeah. That's like a CIA agent in the club in the 60s trying to blend in. Hey, get funky, mister.
Hey,
It's like an Eddie Murphy movie.
does anyone have any marijuana?
Who has holding the reefer? Can you grab that?
Yes, I can. Even though they can hear you on the phone, I'll answer it. Hello, Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, this is Gravy, Josh's cat.
Hey, Gravy, how are you?
What are you
Josh, you son of a bitch.
What did I do?
2 weeks ago, you let me have the bitter taste of freedom, and then you snatched it all back from me.
Well, you weren't supposed to get out.
Well, not everybody knows this, but I'm a reincarnation from Jamie Gravy Willis, an old hobo back in the 40s.
I had no idea.
Yeah, I used to ride the rails from Alabama to Anchorage, from Boston to Big Sur. There wasn't a rail I hadn't ridden, and if it hadn't been for that branch outside of Poughkeepsie, I'd still be riding the rail. I was famous back in the day. Everybody knew Old Gravy.
Oh.
People ask, Gravy, did they call you that because you were a good cook? Nope. I just made a lot of pants gravy in my britches. Yeah, well, I didn't have the best diet. I pretty much lived off beans and whatever rodent you could beat to death with it out at the old train yard. Then God brings me back as a cat, so I go from eating out of cans to eating out of cans again. What a cruel world. Josh, you're too protective of me. Listen, I once choked a raccoon family to death with my bare hands. I was trying to steal my bindle. Now you won't even let me go out in the backyard for 20 minutes without freaking the heck out. Do you know how you sound walking through your neighborhood at 5 in the morning shouting gravy? You sound fat. Really, really fat. Then you're out there squeaking my squeaker for all the neighborhood pets to hear. What's Jessica's cat going to think of me now? I don't know how to tell you this, but I'm going to just come right out and say it. You're smothering me, buddy.
All right.
I need my space. It's not you, it's me. But I have to be able to go out with my friends without you making a huge issue out of it, blowing my squeaker up, hollering out in the yard. That's some real white trash there, Josh. I'll tell you this, when we get home today from work, we'll just keep our distance. I'll stay in the basement, and I'll let your fat ass have the kitchen. See, it's not very fun having your business blasted all over the radio, is it?
Oh, it isn't, Gravy. She just hung up on me. Gravy.
Gravy the talking cat. Nice to know.
It's funnier that she's riding the rails, or that she sounds like she's had a really rough life.
Is Gravy a she?
Yeah.
Little lady. Okay, good. We have received a fine letter from Mike in Wisconsin yesterday telling us about how he and his buddies get together every fall and do something special. They do retro beer tailgating.
That's really caught your attention.
At a Packer game, and Willie and Chick apparently are going to join Mike one of these beautiful Sundays this fall. But we were talking. He mentioned some of the great beers that they have, including Schlitz, Blatz, Old Style PBR, Grain Belt, Hams, Huber, Stroh's.
Are almost all of those produced out of Milwaukee?
I don't think so. I don't know. I thought Stroh's was I don't know.
And I believe you said Grain Belt was out of Minnesota.
I think Stroh's is Detroit.
Yeah.
Right?
In any event, we were trying to remember some of the slogans, and I couldn't remember the one for Schlitz. And someone sent it to me. It's when you're out of Schlitz, you're out of beer.
Oh, that's good.
And then, do you remember Mabel Black Label?
No, that was before my time.
Mabel Black Label.
Yeah, aware of it, but
Black Label beer. So those are just classic old beers. That's a lot of fun. Thank you for taking the time to write us that letter, Mike.
Let's see, the home games at Lambeau this year for the Packers. I don't know, Willie. Of course, Bears, Lions, Vikings. Saints, Tampa Bay, Kansas City, the Chargers.
Go see Mahomes.
I'd go see, Chargers or Chiefs, I think. I want to see Herbert live.
The Raiders, the Vikings, the Rams, the Giants, and the Steelers. There you go.
Well, Chick, you and Ace could go see the Raiders.
Willie could still go with him.
Yes. You're exactly right, Tom.
Only two people.
Ace and I could go see the Raiders at Lambeau Field in the bizarro world.
Yeah, I don't need to go through another divorce. I'm not going there. That's too crazy.
You can jam out some rock and roll on the way up there.
You've got to shut up.
That was Iron Maiden.
That would be amazing.
That was Iron Maiden. And,
Chick, if we play this right, we could take 2 weeks off work.
Well, now you're talking.
So you and Willie are going to go there, right, Chick?
I don't know.
Which game would you want to go to?
I have no preference now.
Willie just said
ideally
San Diego.
Ideally,
so you do have a preference.
Ideally, an off week for Washington. But I don't want to miss a game.
Sure.
No, the last time when I was an announcer for a professional NFL team on Sundays, I was there from like 11 to 4 in the afternoon, and I missed all a Sunday ticket. It was the worst NFL year of my life. I'm not going to Lambeau Field.
Chick, do they got a Monday or a Thursday on there? What do they got? They got a Monday or a Thursday, maybe?
Oh, now he's talking. Yeah, they don't have the dates yet, but yeah, maybe a Monday night or Thursday night.
Okay.
Because they're ashamed of Washington. They're not going to be on Monday or Thursday.
And
That's
remember,
a true statement.
This was your idea, remember?
No, it wasn't my idea.
It was your idea.
It was not. I knew it was a great idea.
Was it my idea?
This is the only universe of all the universes we could possibly live in where you're not the press secretary at the White House.
I
It is
have never-
insane.
I would wish Tom were press
I
secretary.
am constantly. I don't know how you've done this, but everyone. You think you have everyone in your life fooled?
Yeah.
We're all onto you. All of us.
You lie more than a carnival worker. It's crazy.
And then, of course, well, you want to do that, Tom? I can't. My doctor says that. Well, what about this, Dan? Can you do this, Tom? No, my lawyer said I can't.
Tom Griswold, press secretary. I'll never get out of my head. Yes, you in the idiot hat.
Someone kill him.
I love it. I love everything about it.
He manages to get himself a lifetime appointment somehow.
I'll take the question from the person at NPR holding Das Kapital.
Columbia graduates first.
Well,
what's my response to that? Nice haircut.
Yeah, that's my response.
Coming up, we have Allie Breen with Sexy Time.
The guy with
I'm sure the president would like to answer that question, but no, let's just move on. I want to remind you that, this is just another request. If you're driving anywhere in the world right now, a lot of repairs going on. Be careful. Watch out for the people working hard there. And this is a tribute to that from Tom. Those are real strings. There's no AI strings.
No.
Those are the real, no synth. No, that's the real thing. And great song. Thank you very much, Todd. And thanks for that request. If you want to get to us, Bob and Tom at bobandtom.com. If your taste buds are requesting something better to eat, listen to this new offer from HelloFresh. Well, first off, how does it work? Well, the box arrives. Inside, they've done the grocery shopping. They've done the measuring. Everything is ready to go. And right now, you can save save 50% from HelloFresh by going to HelloFresh.com/BTShow50. More on that coming up. By the way, HelloFresh has their new quick and easy meals. Fast preparation. The stuff arrives, you put it together. We're talking about great stuff. The over 100 seasonal and convenience items to choose from each week. Over 40 recipes each week. Quality ingredients ready to rock. Willie, what's one of the ones you've been working on?
Check out the lemon tortelloni Palermo with roasted bell pepper and Parmesan. HelloFresh sends you 8 ingredients, one of which is scallions. No idea where to find those. Put those together in 6 easy steps. In a half hour, you have this delicious, colorful pasta dish that you made at home with help from HelloFresh.
You don't have to take that around the world in 80 days trip around the grocery store looking for the ingredients. They're right there, and they're measured and ready to put together. So your taste buds are going to be very happy. All kinds of food. Like I said, 40 recipes every week. So you've got maybe vegan, if that's what you're into, or good old-fashioned comfort food. It's all there. Chef-crafted, foolproof recipes, pre-portioned, and easy to prepare. It's HelloFresh. By the way, you'll cut way down on your food waste and save money because they're shopping in bulk. Sign up today, 50% off, plus your first box ships for free. The code is BTShow50 at HelloFresh.com/BTShow50. Remember the code, you'll need it a couple times, BTShow50 at HelloFresh.com/BTShow50. Coming up, we're going to be enlightened into the world of language by our good friend, comedian Al Jackson. Also coming up, a special treat. We'll be joined by Randy Feltface, comedian. Oh, it's something special, believe me. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hi, this is Bobcat Goldthwait, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, Bobcat, Mark out.
Ow. Oh, back.
Oh, hey, Josh. What's wrong?
My back is sore, my legs.
What's in your shoe?
Nothing. I mean, here, look, nothing.
Joshua, you have to have proper support. Orange insoles.
Orange insoles, you say?
Yeah, look.
Yeah, I see them.
Look at this. They're great.
Yeah. Orange insoles. I'll give them a shot.
Great. See you later, buddy.
Give it a... Yippee! I can mow and dance while I do it. Ha! No more pain. Thank you, orange insoles.
Josh, did you get orange insoles?
Jessica, I sure did. Thanks to orange insoles, I feel great.
Terrific. See you later.
Orange insoles. Feel better, do more. Last night, Brooklyn, New York, Boston, Atlanta, Dallas, and the Clippers. And in the Hockey League last night, Rangers beat Tampa Bay, Calgary over Winnipeg, and Edmonton beat Anaheim. I'm Chick McGee, and that's your Bob and Tom Sports Update.
say we didn't warn you. There's laughter ahead.
You guys want to grab lunch?
We can't go anymore.
Holy
That's
cow.
a good day's work, everybody.
This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
With us in the studio, comedian Doug Stanhope. I wanted to talk about something fairly mundane, actually, with Doug. You hate baseball. Am I correct?
Baseball players they look like cops so much. They're so they're so joyless.
Are you out of your mind?
But no, you watch any other sport and they're happy and they're pumping up the crowd, they're high fiving. And baseball guys, they just look so joyless and smug, and they just sit there in the dugout and they look like cops. You know how someone gets pulled over, they have no registration, and you need 9 officers, and they all stand around with their arms crossed and self-important looking. No joy in their face.
So what do you do during? Because I can tell you love.
I mean,
football
I'll
so
bet
much.
on baseball because I think that's the only reason people watch it is because it's the only thing on in the summer. I hate the Yankees. That's the only reason I watch baseball is to hope the Yankees lose, and I guess that's probably a miserable. Just because they buy their team and their fans are so obnoxious. Like if you're gonna just be cheering in the stands, pick an underdog and have some character. If you have money on the game, it's different. That's like having stock in a company.
Yeah.
But if you're just gonna be a loudmouth, beer-fueled ass bag in the stands, pick the underdog. Rooting for the Yankees is like going to a casino and cheering for the house. You're already supposed to win. You're standing behind the blackjack table going, "Oh, dealer busted your ass, bitch. Oh, that's my dealer. I got my dealer jersey on."
Bob and Tom 24/7.
I got thrown out of J.C. Penney the other day.
Really?
Yeah, fondling up the mannequins. You believe that? And that ain't my fault. Have you seen the mannequins in there? And they taunt you, too. They got the little short skirt on, arm up, kind of waving you over. You know what I mean? Shoot. I tell you what, if you ask me, the little whore was asking for it.
Spanning the globe to bring you the constant variety of
curvy cleavage on display.
The thrill of victory and the agony of defeat.
Don't touch those.
Sorry. The human drama of
curvy cleavage on display.
This is
The Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee on vacation. That's Jessica Alsman at the news desk.
Hello.
There's Pat Godwin.
Hello, chick.
There's Josh Arnold.
Chick.
At the I Hate Steven Singer sidekick chair.
Thank you.
There's Ace Cosby. Hey. There's Willie Griswold.
What a nice morning we're all having together.
You say so. I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold.
Thank you very much. Now, I think we're going to hook up with the very handsome Al Jackson. Oh, cool. Al, look at the guns. This man's been lifting some weights.
Wow. Baseball season.
Hey, Al, how are you, sir?
I'm good. I was gonna ask. I wanted to get just your opinion and everybody's opinion on moving cities and then maintaining your fandom for obviously from Cleveland, all 4 sports. But I live in Colorado now, so am I a sellout for wearing a Colorado Rockies T-shirt?
Well, let me think about that. Yes.
No, he's embracing the community.
Nope, he's a Guardians fan. That's all.
Al, did you buy it?
It's like, first of all, my girlfriend is a diehard Rockies fan. She works for the team, so it's like her passion is like I feel like I have to de facto be a Rockies fan. And since it's the American League and the National League, I feel like they're separate entities. It's like when you if somebody's cheating on you, yes, is it terrible? But if you find out the person's in Europe, is it as bad? That's how I look at it.
Al, it's totally acceptable to have a team in both leagues. Totally acceptable.
Unless one of those teams is the
Josh.
What's that?
I said, is that code for something?
Yes.
Look, you can play.
I am bisexual.
All right?
I think Willie was also making a point there, which was it's okay to have both teams accept.
If you're a Yankees fan and a team in the other division is doing very well that season, you're hopping on the bandwagon, get out of here. I don't want that. But I think that if you move to a city, you can embrace the culture of that city.
And you're respecting your girlfriend. It's not like they're rival teams, so that's okay.
And I think also Ace raised a good point that I think got stepped on. That is, did you buy the shirt or did she give it to you?
Oh, Ace, that's a weird story. I'm such an old lady already. I had some stuff in a vacuum bag, and I unsealed it, and the shirt was in there. I think it was at a game I went to in like 2017.
Well,
so
it's
it's
Kismet.
like brand new, but it's 5 years old.
Yeah.
Well, there we go. I
thank you.
Kind of anti-Yankee anyway. And I think a lot of Yankees fans aren't Yankees fans. They just wear them because their favorite rap star wears them.
Yeah.
They really don't know. They wouldn't know a New York Yankee if one hit him in the face with a baseball
Now,
bat.
do you think the Yankees got popular because of hip hop?
I think Jay-Z helped.
I think so.
A certain generation.
I think so, Al. I think a lot of people will wear certain things because people that they admire for reasons whatever.
Well, yeah, there was that happened with the Bulls when they were big, and it happened with the Cowboys. But the Cowboys, I will say, they have fans everywhere, and Cowboys fans are crazy. Like, they have tattoos, and like Cowboys fans are really deep with it. But there were those teams that were like the it teams for a little while, but you don't hear as many like, oh, I'm a diehard Bulls fan now that Michael's not around anymore. It's weird.
I have a Washington.
I've been fans of the Cavs when they just were clearly tanking to get LeBron to the point where Sports Illustrated wrote an article saying that they were tanking to win. I mean, to win LeBron, basically, and they were. I was going to those games. They were.
I have a Washington tattoo. A couple, actually.
Do you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Where are they?
Yeah.
May I ask?
On the guns. Above my ass. And I got a picture of Dan Snyder above my ass crack. It's a nice package. It's a...
Chick's been a loyal Washington Football Club fan since day one, since I've known you.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
I like it. I know.
They used to win Super Bowls, Al. They used to, buddy.
Al, you know
Chick,
the great...
Has the Commanders grown on you?
No.
Do you like that name now?
Not until he sells the team. Then I'll be back a little bit. I'm more of an NFL fan right now.
Roy Wood Jr., good friend of the show, comedian, currently doing some guest hosting work on The Daily Show. He is a diehard Miami Dolphins fan.
Yes.
And what I like about Roy, he's going to stick to that even if he lives in New York. He's not going to change. That's true fandom. But I guess we've established you're okay as long as you've got a National League team and an American League team. Is that right, Josh?
Okay. Well, thank you for that. I really was feeling weird because your whole childhood is wrapped up in your teams. Like I remember going to Indians games with my Uncle Ben. Going to Browns games. That I was having a conversation with a friend of mine the other day. Can you imagine how many before Uber? How many drunk people were leaving a Browns Steelers game in like '86? Can you imagine? Like, how did we all get home? It's a miracle.
Yeah, I was there for many of them, and I know what you mean. Of course, the Cleveland then Indians, famous for nickel beer night.
Great idea.
Yeah, read about that. It did not go well. Al Jackson is our guest. He can be seen on DBL, the Daily Blast Live, where he dresses up nice and pretty. And
I promise.
How many eyeglasses do you have, Al?
I have a weird collection. I think we all got a little weird during COVID once we were back in our caves for a couple years. And I was talking to Dean before we went on the air. I bought a lot of electronics and a lot of sunglasses. Mm-hmm. Does anybody else have anything to contribute? Because I already feel weird.
I
don't feel weird.
I started feeding a lot of critters outside. A lot of squirrels.
Really?
Started naming them. It got weird. So, yeah. I wish I bought sunglasses.
That's what happened in Shawshank.
Now, Al is here every week to help me increase my street hipness, if you will. And that is usually involves the English language and certain terms that may be considered to be jargon or street or slang. What have we got this week, Al?
And sometimes, Tom, they're just pop culture words that somebody might say to you, and I don't want you to stand there stunned. I want you to be able to respond quickly and just show that, like, hey, you're part of modern society and you know what's going on in these streets. So, Tom, if somebody, no, I'm not even going to say, Tom, why don't you just tell the audience when you would use the word or phrase nonfiction in a conversation?
Well, I would say I read a lot. I tend to read nonfiction, biographies, that sort of thing. Sure. I read an occasional novel. I just finished one, as a matter of fact. But how did I do?
That's an answer that you would give laying down, giving like an interview to Playboy. Like that was a very chill response. But nonfiction would just be like if somebody's telling the truth. And if Willie was like, look, Dad, you know I'm the hottest young comic coming up in the game right now. You'd be like, nonfiction, baby.
Oh, it's like saying, you ain't lying, my man.
Yeah, yes, if you have a time machine, yes. All right, so Tom, now use the phrase.
Well, I'll tell you what. I certainly enjoy watching the Daily Blast live. In fact, just the other day, it was on a screen in a place where I was having some work done, and I pointed to the mechanic and I said, "Oh, that's my friend Al, nonfiction."
Jeez.
I like it. It was a long way to go, but it paid off at the end. Yeah, that was dead on.
Yeah.
Tom, let's keep this momentum going. What does the phrase trick bag mean? Trick bag.
That, of course, that appears in one of my favorite songs. Of course, I'm talking about the great song "What Is Hip" from the Oakland-based band. Anyone want to help me here? No?
I have no idea.
Seriously? No one knows the
I've heard it, yes.
What is hip? Tell me if you think you know.
Yes.
What is hip today may become passé. No one?
So trick bag is in there?
I just said I've heard about it. What do you want?
They use the phrase trick bag.
Okay.
And then what does it mean?
I've always wondered what that meant.
Oh, I had a hunch that's what he was doing.
The pregnant pause.
Here's a little taste of the song for you. I just happen to have it here, Al. Hang on here. You in a hip trip. Maybe hipper than hip.
Hipper than hip.
It's the Tower of Power, Al.
I've heard of that.
The Tower of Power horns, famous, but once again...
So very hard to go, far more popular song than...
and What is Hip is one of my favorite songs, Al. And they say, you're in a hip trip, even hipper than hip. But they do say, they use the phrase trick bag. So I assume it's a bag of tricks. So it's
it's a bag of tricks.
So it would be.
You are really illuminating this.
So let's just say Josh is going out in the town, and he says, "I'm going to use my trick bag this evening," meaning he has a number of approaches he can do with these young ladies to meet them. It's part of it.
I mean, I could see that. That's not what it means in this case, but I could definitely see that. Willie, have you ever heard the phrase trick bag? It's like a younger.
Dude, not at all. I have no idea what this one means.
What is hip? It starts out with, so you want to dump out yo trick bag. That's what it says. Ease on in a hip thang with an A, but you ain't exactly sure what is hip.
It's a great song.
So you started to let your hair grow, spent big bucks on your wardrobe. Oh, wardrobe, I near rhymed there.
Nice.
Somehow you know there's much more to the trip. What is hip? Tell me.
Huh. It's about how hipness changes. And what is hip today might become passé. So a trick bag is what, Al? I'm confused.
It's kind of like it's when an enemy of yours is trying to get you in trouble. So it's like if you had an ex-girlfriend that's, sending your new girlfriend, hey, girl, we need to talk about Willie because I've got some things to tell you. You would just tell your new girl, like, look, do not respond to those messages. Look, she's trying to put me in her trick bag. We're not going to go down like that. Just like,
that's a really interesting version. That's vastly different.
It's just like a hater trying to get you in trouble by leading you down a bad path.
Gotcha.
So you got to get out of somebody's trick bag.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Tom, what does it mean to be in your bag?
You know this one?
To be in your bag. Wait a minute, I can get
That's
this.
not my bag, baby.
There we go.
Oh, is it that what it means? Like your bag is the thing that you do? Like like someone says, hey man, that's we're gonna go to Josh is going to a hockey game. You going with him? Nah, hockey's not my bag. Is that how it works?
You could definitely use it like that. That was actually pretty good. It can also mean like that definition was fine. It can also mean like you're just minding your own business. You don't know what if they're like, hey, Josh and Willie are getting called down to HR today, and you could just say, look, I'm in my bag. I don't know what happened this weekend. So it's just like I'm doing my thing. So whatever is happening over there has nothing to do with me. But the way you use it is right.
Yeah, okay, that's good. We're talking with comedian Al Jackson, and Al is wearing his Colorado Rockies T-shirt. Al is now a resident.
Feeling a little weird about it.
Resident of Denver.
Don't blame you.
Good, man. You're
and has the new girlfriend, is she now occupying your abode, if you will?
But she has her own house. So she's over a lot, but like she has her own crib. She's lived here since 2008. She's, she's just a stable. It's so beautifully chill to be with a stable person. I was like, no one told me how great it is to be with an adult. Like, that sounded really creepy, but just a fully functional adult. You know, where just like things are done, Josh, and you're like, oh, you're not weird about this. It's just like, oh, it's just easy. I love it.
Yeah, and I noticed you used the term crib, so that is still that's still a thing.
Sure. Yeah. I think crib will always be somewhere. Crib is like in the area of cool, like where it's just like always going to be somewhere in your lingo mindset.
Yeah, I don't think I can get away with using it.
Well, it's because you're not in your new crib yet.
When I move to my new crib.
If you don't say it like that, if you go, when I move to my new crib, everything will be better. Say that.
They'll be mocking me.
Who's they, by the way?
Everyone out there, because I'm paranoid.
That's not what they're mocking you for.
He's paranoid of all the strangers and some of his family. Okay? You know that.
Well, Al, it's always a great
pleasure. Talk about the amazing tracksuit in the studio today. I know this is radio, but there is an Adidas tracksuit that is super dope.
Oh, yay.
I'm loving that.
Classic.
I my orange one.
Man, Al.
You got an orange one?
Yes,
bro. I'd like to see that.
You've got style. You need to style me. I need to take tips from you.
Well, thank you. I feel like tracksuits for all time. If you get down with it, but it has to be you. It has to be one for all time. Are you down with the matching tracksuit day? All of us.
I don't own one, of course. As you know, I don't approve of sweatpants.
He owns no sweatpants, and he doesn't like sweatpants, and looks down on people. And that's, I was going to say looks down on people who wear sweatpants. He looks down on everyone.
I'm not comfortable in them, Al, to be honest with you.
What about track pants?
Same thing.
Don't really own any.
They make some nice like jogger pants for men that are wonderful material, not sweat material.
Tom loves mom jeans, period. That's what he wears.
Higher the butt, the better. Hemmed.
I'm wearing a nice pair of jeans right now.
Mom jeans.
The blue kind.
There's not one square inch of that fabric that touches his body. That's the way he likes to wear his jeans. But he hates sweatpants. I don't know.
They're nice denim, very comfortable. Al, are you going to be doing any road work anytime soon? You doing some stand-up?
Yeah, I got some stand-up coming, but it's coming later towards the fall. Right now, I'm finishing my second book, which is crazy. But in the meantime, people can listen to me on my podcast. My safe word is more, or catch me on DBL. But yeah, I'll be ready. I have a pretty big tour starting in the fall, so I'm just writing new material. My new album will be out in 2 weeks, so I'll be pushing that. But in the meantime, just my podcast and all that good stuff.
Hey, real quick, Al, was your dad a beer drinker?
Not at all. My dad never drank a day in his life, in front of me. No.
When you were a kid, we were talking about that. We got this great letter about these guys that do a retro beer tailgating thing at Packer games. Do you remember the beer commercials when you were a kid?
Absolutely, every single one.
Yeah, because we were trying to remember the Schlitz slogan yesterday. We finally came up with it. When you're out of Schlitz, you're out of beer. Do you remember? Do you remember the one beer to have when you're having more than one?
Was it?
I'll give you.
No, it wasn't.
Starts
Kolsch.
with an S. I'll tell you what it was. It was
Wait, give me the letter.
Schaefer is the one beer to have.
Was that like a Chicago, like Midwestern brewery?
Yeah, I don't know. Must have been. We hear these old beer names like Blatz.
They weren't catchy. Schlitz, Pabst. Yeah, it was a generation. Now it's just like, dragon fruit kiwi pale ale.
Yeah, they're weird now.
I miss the old school. I talk about it on stage like I'm glad I retired before the fizzy drinks. I think they're embarrassing. If you're gonna go hard, let's go out. Let's go get some scotch and finish the night. Mm-hmm. I don't want anything that's got a dragonfly on it. I think it's super embarrassing, but do what you do.
Thanks, Al. Al Jackson. Watch him on the Daily Blast live on a TV or a computer near you. Thanks very much, Al. It's always a pleasure.
Bye, Al.
That is one handsome man. I want to talk about a lovely lady Her name is Angie, A-N-G-I, famous for Angie's List. Now it's just Angie, A-N-G-I, and I know that you just finished a little project with Angie. Tell me more, Josh.
Angie is your home for everything home. Angie doesn't just get your home projects done. They get them done well, and that's why I love them. Angie is your personal home expert, having served 150 million consumers to date with over 220,000 pros in their network. I sure do love Angie because Angie makes it easy to research, compare, and hire pros to ensure a job done well. I'm using Angie right now. I'm getting some roofing work done. And I went to Angie, clicked where my location is, what I am looking to have done, maybe what my price range is, and I was able to find a great pro. Angie has simplified finding help for home projects in just a few taps in the Angie app, which is so terrific and user-friendly, or clicks on the site. You can have Angie tackle your home service project from start to finish, or you can research and connect with local pros for your specific project. Maybe you aren't sure if you want the work done. You just want to kind of price things. Angie is perfect for that, and they'll help you get a fair price for your project. They're priced up front, and they clearly lay out the cost before you buy. Angie, now my go-to for all types of projects. They can help with hundreds of projects from small repairs to major remodels. Angie is my go-to for anything I need to get done around the house, and I promise you they will be your go-to as well. Download the free Angie mobile app today or visit Angie.com. That's ANGI.com.
Thank you very much, Angie. Thank you very much, Josh. Coming up, comedian Randy Feltface will be our guest. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Got something to say? Send us an email.
I did go out with a girl a lot younger than me, which was an odd experience.
Yeah.
A lot younger, early 30s, very early 30s, 22. And
Yeah.
it was a mistake because I thought I'd be the older, well, for two reasons it was a mistake. One, I thought I'd be the older experienced man and I would teach her about love, so I'm very confident, I'm giving her hot talk in her ear. I don't know if you've ever done that where you're right next to someone's ear and you're kind of like... I'm paraphrasing.
Of course, I understand.
This is in the transcript. Hey, baby, you like that? Do you like what I'm doing, baby?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like it.
Oh, well, I bet you do. Yeah, well, I think you're hot.
I think you're hot, too.
I'm getting turned on by the own girl in my own routine. I'm actually thinking,
were you doing both voices then?
Voices?
Yeah, Bob and I are on the same page.
I'm not sitting there. Yeah, you doing both voices while you're whispering in her ear?
Yeah,
it's like a ventriloquist.
Yeah,
you all right?
It's just my sock puppet, honey. Just play along. Lonely time.
I think you're hot, too.
Oh, yeah, do you? Well, I'm going to give it to you.
I want you to give it to me, baby. Tell me about what you got down there.
Uh-oh.
What did you say?
Tell me what you got down there.
What do you want to know about it?
Just tell me all about it.
Well, I've had it my whole life. I keep it very clean. I'm fastidious about hygiene.
Now tell me what it does.
It works well with others. Team player, self-motivated.
Now tell me how big it is.
Well, that is an issue of perspective. You can't judge it. You got to go right now?
Come on.
Hey, see you on Craigslist. Another smooch girl.
Dwight Slade is our guest.
That was a bad move.
Come on back. How you doing? You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. Good morning. I'm Mark Allison with your Bob and Tom entertainment news headlines. A drug dealer has pleaded guilty to providing heroin laced with fentanyl to actor Michael K. Williams of The Wire. Irvin Cartagena entered the plea yesterday in New York to a charge of conspiring to distribute drugs. Williams overdosed in his apartment in September of 2021. Authorities say a security camera captured Williams buying heroin from Cartagena on a Brooklyn sidewalk. Cartagena's lawyers declined comment. The film billed as Johnny Depp's comeback will open the Cannes Film Festival in France. The historical drama Jean du Barry will premiere May 16th at the festival and open the same day in French theaters. Depp will play King Louis XV. Lurid details of Depp's marriage to his ex-wife Amber Heard tarnished both their images during a 6-week libel trial last year outside Washington. A U.S. release date for Jean du Barry was not announced. Louis Capaldi felt embarrassed having a camera follow him around for his documentary, How I'm Feeling Now. Capaldi says if someone else had walked into a pub following by a camera, he'd think, who does this guy think he is bringing a camera around here? Capaldi says he leads quite an ordinary life, which is why he's surprised director Joe Perlman managed to make him look interesting. Capaldi says the film focuses on, among other things, imposter syndrome, which he feels everyone has to some degree. How I'm Feeling Now is streaming now on Netflix. And that's a look at your entertainment news. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
My boyfriend wants me to move in with him. He has a nice 2-bedroom condo, but one room is just for his comic book toys. Do I make this a sticking point?
No.
It's his place. Well, yeah, but
if he's inviting her, though, it's going to be both of their place.
Is he paying the rent?
fair question. Is she contributing?
And people say chivalry is dead.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, everybody, this is Jimmy Pardo. You recognize my voice from the show and my face from television. You are listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Are odors in your home a constant problem? Do you live with a smoker, have pets, or simply have annoying kitchen cooking odors that just won't go away? Do you ever hear comments like this?
Gee, Janet, I never thought of fertilizing houseplants with cow dung.
Or has a house guest ever said...
Great room freshener, Bill. What do you call it? Early American locker room?
You've tried carpet deodorizers, spray mist, incense, stick-up fragrance dispensers, and even plug-in devices that temporarily mask the smells in your home. Nothing seems to work. That's why Home Products Incorporated, a division of Frigamall Industries, is proud to announce its latest innovation, Le Clip. With Le Clip, foul-smelling odors seem to miraculously disappear. Simply put Le Clip over your nose and the nose of visitors to your home and see what a difference it can make.
Hiya, Mary. How you been? Wonderful, Janet. Hey, your house smells great.
See how easy? If you pick up Le Clip today, and if you're not delighted with the results, we'll send your money back. Le Clip, by the same company that brought you Le Blindfold, the product that makes messy, cluttered homes look more neat and organized.
Gosh, honey, the house has never looked better.
Le Blindfold and Le Clip.
Pick yours up today.
Okay.
All day, all night, all Bob and Tom. This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee is on vacation. We have not heard a word from her. Normally, she calls and checks in and tells us how she... No, she's never done that ever in the history of the show. No, I don't blame her at all. That's Jessica Alsman at the news desk.
Hello.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hey, chick.
Hey, Pat. There's Josh Arnold.
Hi.
At the I Hate Steven Singer's sidekick chair. What is this? In like 9/7 time? What the hell is this?
4, 5, 6.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 5, 3. That's
One, two,
I'm so
three, four.
This music is confusing.
I think it's 6-8.
There's Ace Cosby. There's Willie Griswold.
Hey, man.
I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom.
Thank you very much. Coming up, we're going to talk with Mr. Randy Feltface, a comedian. Certainly looking forward to that. It'll be in just a few minutes. We're getting it organized. But right now, we turn to Ms. Jessica Alsman over there at the news desk. What's happening?
Authorities say a game of Monopoly ended up with swordplay. Sky News reports that the incident occurred in the forest area of the Belgian capital, where residents became annoyed by 4 people playing the board game on the pavement outside their home in the early morning hours.
Well, now wait a minute. Yeah, I'm on the sword people's side here.
Yeah.
A man came out of his house, apparently brandishing a stick, and got into an argument with the Monopoly players. Reports state that the man's son then came outside with the Japanese samurai sword. During an ensuing scuffle, the katana became unsheathed, injuring the son as well as one of the Monopoly players.
Wow.
The Brussels Midi police confirmed 2 men were taken to the hospital, with the son said to be in life-threatening condition.
Good Lord!
And then both men were arrested.
Well, remember when your only form of defense is that thimble.
Yeah.
Start swinging that sword around, someone's going to get it.
Didn't they have a big damn story the last time that they were changing the tokens and they were doing away with one of them?
Something's gone
I think they went to the thimble.
Was it the
I
thimble?
think so, because people don't use a thimble anymore.
It's always been like the car and the thimble and the iron and the Scotty dog and the top hat.
Yeah, I haven't played Monopoly much, but I know a few things about it, so I'm guessing that the stabbing took place like on Baltic Avenue.
That's right.
That's your rougher area.
Yeah, cheap, rough area.
Yep.
Boy, is that that is a damn fine show.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Which little character do you like? The top hat?
I do like the top hat.
The doggy?
No, I like the top hat.
The hat makes me laugh every time.
I feel like a gentleman.
Okay.
Let's see. We had the thimble, the shoe, the top hat, the iron, a cannon, and a battleship.
Did they get rid of the iron?
Those are the 1935 tokens.
Oh.
They got rid of the cannon a while ago. Now it's a dinosaur. And
in 1998, a new piece was voted on to be added to the existing 10 pieces, it says here. I'll have to do a little bit more. A sack of money was the winner.
Oh, okay.
I got to get a new Monopoly set.
So, but who brings a samurai sword to a Monopoly game?
Someone that's angry about...
He didn't. They were in the house.
Yeah.
And these people were just playing outside their house.
And the guy brought a samurai sword.
Yeah, he goes, hey, get out of here.
Okay, in the gold set, or in the luxury set, I guess, you have a chalice, a bathtub, an elephant, a lantern, a candlestick, a trolley car, a shoe, a battleship, a hat, and a car.
So the iron is gone.
The iron is gone. Okay. And the thimble's gone.
Okay.
Well, it's just a thimble of the time.
You know what it is? It's sad.
It is sad.
Very sad.
Thank God it's not a snare.
That's
the thimble.
Yeah.
Unsheathed, what do you call it? The katana?
Yeah, katana blade. Isn't that one of the Ninja Turtles used katana?
I think so, yeah.
Or 2 katanas.
You have disgraced my family. Do not pass go. Prepare to die. Okay, this seems a little bit over the top. So the one guy's in critical condition, huh?
Yeah.
Well, good luck to him. Okay, we'll hope we don't have a sequel or a follow-up to this one that's ugly. What else you got?
A man riding a motorcycle with a fake license plate reading "Bend Over" led Florida cops on a brief high-speed chase. Clearwater police said 20-year-old Justine Miranda was spotted operating a motorcycle that had the fake New Jersey tag. When an officer approached the man on foot at a red light, the New Jersey resident allegedly restarted his bike, ignored police orders to stop, and sped through a red light.
Sure, otherwise the police would get him.
Mm-hmm. Moments after fleeing from police, the man was involved in a motorcycle crash.
Oh, no.
After when you go through a red light, see what might be happening is the traffic to your right or left may be coming right at you.
After which he was transported for treatment at a local hospital. He was later charged with a felony fleeing court for high speed and wanton disregard?
Wanton disregard.
Never heard of that. Jail records indicate that the 20-year-old is also a fugitive in connection with a parole violation count in New Jersey.
The fugitive.
Oh.
That's it. There we go. Right there.
But the license plate says in all capital letters, "Bend Over."
Funny.
You get 8 letters, right? 8 letters or numerals.
It depends what state you're in, but I mean, bend over. That's going to be, you don't want to tell your cellmate that story. Roll over.
This is a big part bag today.
Actually, where he's going, though, he may be able to make his own license plate.
Oh!
Do they still, prisoners still make license plates in some states, right?
They make everything. They make toys. They make a lot of stuff.
They can make T-shirts. I know that.
Okay.
Sometimes they make parole.
Yes.
Let go. Toilet alcohol.
Ironically, did you notice this guy's last name is Miranda?
Wow.
That's not right. They read him his own rights because he's got the right to remain silent. You ever get your Carmen Miranda rights said to you?
Yeah.
Is that where you have
this
this
fruit on your head?
Yeah. Are you wearing the fruit bowl or is the suspect?
And the fruit bowl, by the way, you'll learn about that in prison once again. Coming up, we're going to meet comedian Randy Feltface. This may be very odd. I'm really looking forward to this. We have time for one more quick story. What have you got over there?
A Pennsylvania man who allegedly stole a school bus led police on a multi-county chase. According to authorities, the bus had been taken from Abbottstown before Carroll Township police officers spotted it driving through the parking lot of a local supermarket.
Did he at least make the stops and let the kids off?
Officers pursued the bus in and out of York and Cumberland counties until the driver left the bus and fled into a wooded area while stripping off his clothing.
Yeah. Okay, now it becomes the game show.
It's a fun day.
Meth or bath salts?
The man, a Mr. Tony J. Saunders Jr., was naked when he was apprehended. He admitted to taking the bus earlier in the day after he crashed a BMW. The 24-year-old also told officers that he had placed dead deer in the back of the bus, intending to drive the deer to his residence and use it as fertilizer for his garden.
All right.
Where did he get the dead deer? Is that what he hit with a BMW? This guy's a go-getter.
He was charged with fleeing or attempting to elude an officer, receiving stolen property, resisting arrest, and reckless driving. There's a lot going on there.
Naked.
Well, when he was fleeing, yeah.
What's going through your mind when you're running from the cops taking your clothes off?
Maybe they won't tackle me if I'm naked because they won't want to touch my nude body. Mm-hmm. That could be it.
That's actually a good reason, yeah.
Okay.
Or what could have been going through his mind was, yes, he's a lunatic.
That's probably more likely.
Maybe one of his buddies said, the cops can't arrest you if you're naked.
Oh, why?
The whole thing. If you ask a cop,
they have to tell you.
If they're a narc, they got to tell you. And they can't arrest you if you're naked. I wonder whose BMW he crashed. There's a lot going on here.
Probably Look at you, feeling sad for the nice car.
Yeah. We're BMW.
That's right. I am feeling kind of bad. They make a very nice automobile. The deer was dead in the bus.
They were already dead.
Yeah.
He was collecting their bodies.
So he had to haul the deer up the steps of a bus, and they're going to be fumigating that bus for a while, I'm guessing.
Yeah, that can't have been pleasant. Couldn't have been pleasant.
Okay, all right. Coming up, we have a new guest for our show. I'm looking forward to meeting Randy Feltface.
All right.
I don't know what to expect, but when we come back, we're all going to find out. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Got a comment? Our email is bobandtom@bobandtom.com. More Bob and Tom next. State law.
I don't know. I'm trying to put together a new CD here. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to get a bunch of songs gathered up here. I think it's time. And I don't know. Do you guys want to hear some unreleased material?
Absolutely.
Okay, cool.
Absolutely. That's right.
Well, here we go. Unreleased. This is a song called I'll See You in Heaven.
All right.
Well, I was 21 years old when I married my sweetheart, and we swore that we would love each other until forevermore. We lived happily together on a farm by the hillside, and each day was better than the one before. Well, except, of course, for this one day when she was tilling out in the field and she fell off her tractor and got run over by a bush hog. And I'll never forget, as I held her in my arms, the last words that she said to me. She said, "Baby, I'm gonna wait for you in heaven." Well, a couple days went by, And eventually I just got over it. And I started hanging out with some 21-year-old beach bunny. We moved out to California and bought a house on the shore. And each day was pleasant as can be. Well, except, of course, for this one day when she was shredding out on the point break and she slashed up on a rip curl and got yanked out to sea. And when I was sitting on my beach blanket, I'll never forget the last words that she shouted across to me. She said, "Baby, I guess I'm gonna see you in heaven." Well, when my time finally came, I was at the pearly gates, and my first wife was there, and she said, "See, baby, I told you I was going to wait for you." But it was kind of an awkward situation, because Beach Bunny was right behind her, and she said that she was going to wait for me too. So I didn't know what to say, so I tried to make a dumb joke, and I said, "Hey, maybe we could all have a threesome." And the angels in heaven didn't care for that remark, and nothing I could say could appease them. And that's when I was stricken down to hell. Well, the moral of this story is if you're ever in a love triangle and both of your loves just die in some bizarre, odd, geographically relevant, contrived manner, well, don't try to ask for a threesome in heaven, or you'll end up in hell just like me. Yeah, you'll end up in hell just like me.
Henry Phillips.
Downtown San Francisco. The San Francisco Police Department disclosed little about the stabbing. The department says officers responded to the stabbing in Rincon Hill neighborhood at 2:35 a.m. Tuesday, and they found 43-year-old Robert Lee wounded. He later died at a hospital. MobileCoin CEO Josh Goldbard said Lee made large contributions to Android at Google and was the first chief technology officer of Square before coming to MobileCoin. And that's a look at things you may have missed. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Hey, man, it's Donnie Baker. And the fact remains there's nothing better than being a VIP. And I don't mean like his dudes on Pervert Rabbit Xanadu's. I'm talking about a Bob and Tom VIP. Best thing, you'll never miss another minute of the show. I swear to God, you can hear the show here in the morning, and then because you're a Bob and Tom VIP, you'll get the podcast of the entire show, a 12-month library of podcasts, hundreds of Bob and Tom comedy tapes, and a 60-day video archive of the show. Bob and Tom VIP. You have to get it. It's state law.
Hi, this is Augie Smith. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
For Batman, it was Batgirl. For Superman, it was Supergirl. And now, meet Spider-Man's female counterpart. From Bob and Tom Productions, it's the superhero women have known about for years.
All right, Toots. This is a stick-up. Hand over all your money.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, come on, lady. Hurry it up. Somebody's going to get hoit.
Help! Oh, please help! Won't somebody help me?
Let that young woman go, you two ruffians.
Yeah? Who's going to make us?
I am.
Come on, lady. You must be in your mid-50s.
Yeah. What do you have going? Some kind of superpowers?
Yes, I do. Take a look at these.
Oh, gross. Let's get out of here.
It's Spider-Vein Woman.
Oh, God, no!
Spider-Man got his superpowers from being bitten by a spider. Spider-Vein Woman got her powers from working as a waitress for 17 years. Don't make Spider-Vein Woman show you her legs, because if she has to, she will.
Look at this one.
I think I'm gonna puke.
Oh, here, hold my purse. I'll show you my hysterectomy scar.
When you need help, call on the only superhero who wears long polyester pants, comfortable support hose, and sensible shoes. She's Spider-Vein Woman. Coming soon to a theater near you.
Hello. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. This has been Chick McGee speaking.
Essential Morning Radio. All day and all night.
Some like bug, some like Schmitz, and for me,
Through Saturday evening. Thank you.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee on vacation. She's going to miss it. This is Jessica Alsman at the news desk.
Howdy.
There's Pat Godwin.
Hey, Chick.
Hey, Pat. How you doing, buddy?
Pretty good. How about yourself?
Can you see everything from over there?
Oh, I can.
All right, sir. There's Josh Arnold.
Hi there.
He's the I Hate Steven Singer sidekick chair. There's Willie Griswold. This is the way the room should be configured. Willie Griswold's here. There's Ace Cosby.
Hey.
I'm Chick McGee. And Tom Griswold, we have a special guest.
Well, yeah, we're about to meet our special guest. Oh, there he is. We're going to be joined by Randy Feltface is joining us,
May we call you Randy, or do you prefer Mr. Feltface?
No, I'm very happy with Randy. Let's keep it informal.
Okay, sure.
Okay, Mr. Feltface. I'm sorry, Randy Feltface. I detect a slight accent. Where are you from?
I'm from Australia. I'm from all the way on the other side of the planet.
I see.
Yes, it's so exciting to be here, though. Look at this beautiful studio set up.
Isn't it something?
It's very nice.
It's fantastic.
Thanks for dressing up, wearing a tie. You look good.
Thank you. Yeah. I thought I'd wear my little vest this morning. Am I looking at you, by the way? I have no idea.
Yes,
great.
I'm
I've got
right
you.
here.
I got
Yes,
you.
I'm over here.
Fantastic.
Very dapper.
All right.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you.
Randy Feltface is a touring comedian. Do you mind if I ask some personal questions?
Please go right ahead. This is what I'm here for. I'm here for a scoop.
Are you a single man?
I am a single man. Yeah, very difficult to have relationships on the road. I am constantly on the road. I tour all year round. So my only meaningful relationships are with the people who work in the Delta Sky Lounge at LaGuardia Airport. They are.
That is a nice one.
That is pretty much all I got going on, my friends.
Do you use the dating apps?
I don't use the dating apps. No, I'm not on the dating apps. I find when you're only in town for one day, the investment in planning ahead. What am I going to do? Get 4 cities ahead? Try to hook up dates? No. I generally just walk around the streets, just screaming for attention.
You move well. I'm sure.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm quite the mover. This is yeah. You should see me. Yeah.
Hey, there he is.
Yeah, look at this. I've got all the moves. You should see me with a katana at a Monopoly game. I'm sure.
Do you? Is it fair to ask this? Do you have a type? If I were to ask your friends, hey, listen, we were talking with Randy Feltface. Is there a specific type of,
Nah, not picky at all.
Really?
No. Again, in town for 24 hours. I'll take what I can get, really. Yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
How often do you get back home to Australia?
Well, I've been on this particular tour just for a couple of months. So, I was there for December, January. I was there for the Christmas period. Nice. And then, love the Christmas in Australia, the hot, summery barbecue weather. Very different to here. Very different to here.
It's all backwards.
I know. How about that crazy southern hemisphere? Am I right? Anyone who's with me?
Yeah.
Who's with me in the morning?
Anybody?
I know.
Now, who are?
I'm actually here to audition for the show. I feel like I could be a permanent fixture.
Sure.
You got any news stories? Throw me something, and I'll just come back with some wacky quip.
Okay.
What do you got for me?
We'll call on Miss Jessica. You got a news story?
What do you got, Jessica? Come on. Don't let me down.
Officials in New Mexico announced that the state produced more than 53,000 tons of chili during the last growing season.
Wow.
Meanwhile, New Mexico's governor signed legislation that established the sweet smell of green chili roasting in the fall as the state's official aroma.
Oh, roasted green chilies.
So
You have official aromas?
Apparently.
State aromas. Okay, call in on WXFTP. We're getting calls on, what radio station is this? What's the call sign?
Very many. Just keep going.
Oh, there's too many. There's too many. Oh, it's syndicated. I've already failed the audition. Call in with your favorite state aromas. Come on, that's got to be a call in waiting to happen.
What is there a national aroma in Australia?
White squirrels.
Oh, how about that?
Yeah.
Who knew?
Yeah.
That's nice. Yeah, I don't know how many states have an official aroma. But I mean, New Jersey, I believe it's the sort of industrial fart.
Yes.
Somewhere between somewhere between the Newark Airport and Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Well, this is interesting. So this is the they're talking about not chili, the prepared chili that you drink, but the actual chili pepper.
Yes, well, it's roasting.
Okay.
Do you drink chili, did you say? Oh, you drink it.
No, I was curious. You said you drink chili. You drink chili, Dad?
No.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
You can slurp it.
I meant the semi-liquid. In other words, chili like with beans and meat, as opposed to this is just the actual chilies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Very clear now. I'm surprised they don't grow more marijuana there.
Oh, they do.
New Mexico?
Yeah.
Why is that?
It just seems like it'd be a great place to grow it. No.
I don't know anything about the
in New Mexico,
the terroir, if you will.
What did you say?
How about Old Mexico? Do they grow it there anymore?
No, they mostly deal in fentanyl.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Look at the growing season.
Let's get back.
But a lot of that's from China. I can get into it if you want.
Let's get into it. Let's open the phone. Sorry, my fault.
Randy, do you eat chilies at all, like chili peppers?
I love chili peppers. Yeah, straight in there. First thing in the morning. Get me out of bed. The aroma is what wakes me up.
Really?
Oh,
yeah.
Netflix and chili.
Things really are backwards in Australia. Chili is a breakfast meal, evidently.
Yeah, we start at the end, we finish at the beginning. That's how.
Now, let me ask you this. I don't mean to be mean here.
You know what? You can ask me anything. I'm an open book. Just throw questions at me.
Do you eat kangaroo?
I personally don't. I'm vegan, so I'm one of those folks.
Sure.
How far into the interview did I manage to get that grandstanding in?
It's okay.
No, but kangaroo is a delicious lean meat. People love it down there.
But Tom can't eat kangaroo.
No,
right?
it makes me jumpy.
Randy.
I pulled that joke out of my pouch. Okay.
Good Lord.
I'm so sorry.
Good
So
Lord
sorry.
indeed, Randy.
I was trying to.
See, this is the thing. You're trying to set me up for gags. I'm just dead bad. I'm now the straight man. I'm playing I'm not the wacky character on the side. I'm just going to set them up, lob you some big balls, and you can knock them out of the park.
Thank you, Rich. I was hoping the chick would take that classic oldie.
No.
Thank you.
I gave her right back.
Okay. Once again, we have Halsey sitting in for Christy. She's got some more news stories, and we've got our guest is Randy Feltface. Mr. Feltface is on the road. Some of the stops include Indy, Omaha, Austin, Texas, Syracuse, New York, Pittsburgh, PA, Cleveland, Ohio, and more. And you can find out about Randy by going to randyfeltface.komi.io.
Oh, that's my Comey page. That's my link in bio. Get in there. Check that out. Or just go to feltface.com. Much easier.
You were able to get that, huh?
Yeah. Surprisingly, it was available.
Do you have brothers and sisters?
I don't. I'm an only, and I'm like the last of my species.
You're the last of the Felt Faces?
Yeah, I'm a critically endangered species.
Are you on Felt Facebook?
I am on Felt Facebook. I started Felt Facebook. Okay. Yeah, it's just me and Grover. That's pretty much it. Yeah.
Sometimes he's near, and other times
at Randy Feltface. At Randy Feltface.
At Randy Feltface on all of the socials.
Instagram. I just put him up on Instagram.
TikTok. Are you TikToking?
I'm not TikToking. I'm Instagramming.
Get on the TikToks.
Okay.
We'll make one right after this. We'll just dance around like a couple of boomers trying to get attention.
All right.
Chick, you were the first one I knew that was on the TikTok.
That's not true. Is that true? Yeah. I watched it. I don't think I was on it.
Yeah,
and I certainly didn't get it. I can tell you that.
Yeah, you talked about watching it all the time. Once again, we are speaking with Mr. Randy Feltface.
Randy, I hope this isn't a rude question.
You know what? It probably will be, but I'm up for it. Let's go.
How old are you?
I'm 42.
Oh, okay. Great. Yeah. I'm 44.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you, yeah.
How are you finding your 40s?
I love them, man.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
mate.
like a good mix between being an adult and still identifying as younger than that.
Right. You can still get away with. I have no idea where you are, by the way. I'm just looking generally in the studio. Are you finding like you've changed? Have you grown? Have you matured?
I have.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Like a fine cheese.
Exactly.
Okay.
And the aroma is there too.
Yeah, well, there you go. That's the state aroma of you is an aging cheese.
More sort of a Limburger.
Yes. Finally, I feel seen. Thank you, Randy.
I smell like a gym sock at this point. I've been on tour for so long. I'm literally just a felty. The sweat just seeps into my felt.
How did Limburger cheese get such a bad rap for smelling bad?
Doesn't it smell bad?
I think it smells bad. That's where it started.
I've never actually eaten it.
Yeah, I mean, it's
not a lie.
It's the go-to stinky cheese.
It's pretty straight up cause and effect. What the scent?
It smells, therefore it is.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Just asking for a friend. Now, I know you don't have a partner of any sort. I guess, Randy.
Is there a Mrs. Feltface?
There is not. But I should trademark that. I wonder if can someone check if the Mrs. Feltface domain is available? .com. Let's get it.
Okay.
I bring that up because for those of us here in the U.S. of A., Mother's Day is just around the corner. I assume they have a version of this in Australia. I don't know if it's the same date.
No,
because I know you have Christmas in the summer, so you don't do the same dates.
Well, no, it just happens to be summer.
You know what?
It's just the same day.
What?
I watched a documentary one time on why we say mom, and UK and everyone else almost everyone else says mom. Yeah.
Oh, why? What was the answer? What was the response?
I fell asleep.
It was a full documentary on that one thing.
Yeah, I was going to say that is how long do you stretch that out?
Jeez, they'll do a documentary on anything.
Yes, they will. Yeah.
Mom versus mom. Hour 3.
Mom and mom.
I'm reading this up because Steven Singer Jewelers has something very special going on, and it is that beautiful gold-dipped rose. It's another new one, and the first neon gold-dipped rose, real 24-karat gold, a real rose, and Steven Singer Jewelers, famous for these. By the way, they'll put that in a premium gift box, a personalized Mother's Day card from you. Think about all those great moms in your life. Your sister's a mom, she's a mom, she's a mom, Get that famous full-time, lifetime guarantee. That's free, by the way, as part of anything you get at Steven Singer Jewelers. They've got, let me think about this. They have earrings, check. Bracelets, check. Necklaces, check. And, of course, the roses. Go to IHateStevenSinger.com. And, by the way, get the order in today before 2 o'clock Eastern Time. And out the door, it's on the way to you. And, of course, Steven Singer, famous for their lifetime guarantee. And, of course, you can get all the details at IHateStevenSinger.com. The beautiful, brand-new neon green 24-karat gold-dipped rose for your mom. Do something nice for your mom. When we come back, we're going to be joined once again by Randy Feltface.
I'm still here.
Yeah, you are.
I haven't gone anywhere.
Okay.
I've got to get on the phone and buy myself a gold-dipped rose in the
There
break.
you go. That's that. You don't even have to get in the phone. You can just do it by going to IHateStevenSinger.com. Thank you, Randy. Tell them the Bob and Tom Show sent you. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, this is Larry the Cable Guy, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Oh, ow. Oh, back.
Oh, hey, Josh. What's wrong?
My back is sore, my legs.
What's in your shoe?
Nothing. I mean, here, look, nothing.
Joshua, you have to have proper support. Orange insoles.
Orange insoles, you say?
Yeah, look.
Yeah, I see them.
Look at this. They're great.
Yeah. Orange insoles. I'll give them a shot.
Great. See you later, buddy.
Give it oh. Yippee! I can mow and dance while I do it. Ha! No more pain. Thank you, orange insoles.
Josh, did you get orange insoles?
Jessica, I sure did. Thanks to orange insoles, I feel great.
Terrific. See you later.
Orange insoles. Feel better, do more.
dirty dishes back to the kitchen. Sales of robot servers have been growing rapidly in recent years. Tens of thousands of robots now gliding through dining rooms worldwide. Some restaurant owners who use them say they cost less than human servers. Others say they've had troubles with robots breaking down. Robots still have limits. They can't take orders or navigate outdoor patios, for example. One thing you won't find with the robot worker, him saying that he's not going to work weekends. And that's a look at your news headlines. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Things you hear on the Bob and Tom Show.
All right, this magician, he gets his job on a cruise ship. So he's working this cruise ship, and he does his act every night. In the front row is the captain of the ship with a parrot on her shoulder. So every night he does his act. Well, by the third night, the parrot starts figuring out his magician's act. So he starts heckling the magician, and it's in his sleeve. It's under his hat. His assistant has it. So that night, they hit an iceberg, and the ship goes down. The magician wakes up floating on a piece of driftwood, and the parrot is sitting on the end of the driftwood, and they stare at each other for 2 days and don't say a word. They just look at each other all mad. Finally, the bird goes, "I give. Where's the boat?"
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
A number of things to get to, including sexy time with Allie Green.
I am so sorry. This is
I
my
thought that's how you wanted me to do it from now on.
Dear Josh. Josh has hit a new high or low in his role as chaos creator. When Tom added the slurp to his sexy time, I instantly threw up inside my welding hood.
Sorry. Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Essential morning radio. All day and all night.
Might as well shoot me when the beer runs out.
Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7.
Frigamall Broadcasting presents another Bob and Tom Olympic moment in history.
The oldest gold medalist was in 1912 when Oscar Swan took home first prize in a shooting event as a 64-year-old. And while a 64-year-old Olympian is rather amazing, there was almost an 87-year-old winner at the first Olympic luge competition in Innsbruck, Austria, 1964. The fastest luge run was logged by an 87-year-old Austrian, Johann Leekensfinkter. Johann amazed the crowd and the judges, who nearly awarded him the gold medal, until it was learned that Leekensfinkter was not entered in the event or even on the team. It seems that Johann was a spectator who had slipped and accidentally slid down the track at a record pace. Leekensfinkter left his mark in Olympic history, as well as on the luge track itself.
This has been another Bob and Tom Olympic moment in history.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee on vacation. There's Jessica Alsman at the news desk.
Hello.
The puppet is dancing. I've never been happier.
It's Mr. Feltface to you.
There is Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hi, chick.
There's Josh Arnold.
Hello.
The I Hate Steven Singer sidekick chair. There's Willie Griswold. Willie can't speak. He's laughing so hard. Yeah. There's Ace Cosby.
You gotta watch this tonight on YouTube.
I'm Chick McGee. Yes, you can see all this on YouTube. And here is Tom.
Now, where do you find that on YouTube, Ace?
YouTube.com.
Now, I thought we would introduce our guest once again. He is Randy Feltface. Are you self-conscious about not having ears?
I work great on radio.
Okay.
It's literally just me dancing.
Yep.
Tune in on YouTube. It'll make more sense.
Yeah, sure. No, you probably have trouble hearing me since you don't have any ears.
I do. They're just very small.
Okay.
really tiny.
Yeah, little ears.
Same goes for the nose, obviously.
Yeah, no, I don't have a nose.
Okay.
Randy, you don't have a nose. How do you smell?
Terrible. Back down. Chicka down. Woo. Oh, does that mean I'm officially part of the team now?
Yes, you are.
Yes, I did it.
Randy, this is the next segment. I need you to listen because I know that you are a professional comedian.
Right.
But even, as I've said many times, Tiger Woods even takes golf lessons. So now it's time for perhaps a joke-telling lesson. Ladies and gentlemen, listen with great care.
Who's that sexy man with a deep voice? Ace Cosby. Here he is with his joke of the day.
Now, Willie and I watch this new show on Fox called about the dog catchers.
Animal Control. Love it.
Yeah, it's a great show. Lots of laughs. And you learn things like how are dog catchers paid?
How?
By the pound.
That was Ace Cosby.
Naturally.
We lost it.
That was a master class.
You like that one?
Yeah. Can I use that on stage this weekend?
Please.
All yours.
Fantastic.
All yours.
Fantastic.
Thank you very much, Ace. Thank you, Mr. Feltface. Randy Feltface. Let me know. You are
Hit
from,
me. Come on, bring it.
You're from Australia.
I am all the way down there.
Does the term Randy, as a slang term, here in the USA means horny?
Right.
Is that of similar double meaning in Australia?
Not really. We have about 30 other words for horny down there.
Oh.
Yeah.
Are any of them arable in the US?
No, they are not. No, they are not.
Now I like the TV show Rake from Australia.
Oh, great show.
They tried to redo it here, but they use the term root a lot on the Rake show.
Yes, they do, which means a very different thing to what you use it for here.
Rooting.
Yes.
Oh, he was rooting her, huh? Stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Gave her the root?
It's a verb there. Yeah.
Yes.
Used in that way.
I see.
Gave her the root is not a particularly common phrase.
That's not how it's used.
No,
Sorry.
not off.
Oh,
No.
Randy, you're blushing.
But it is now. I'm gonna adopt that.
Yeah, so root beer over there really tastes different.
It really does.
Salty.
Yes.
Root beer is what they call whiskey over there.
Okay.
Huh.
It's time now. Let's do it this way.
Stay with me.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm trying to do two things at once. I can barely do one thing
I
at
keep
once.
looking at the
At Randy.
Mr. Randy Feltface.
At the, I love the air silence. I keep looking at the, what the hell is that? Who let that in here?
Trying to give him visual, you're doing a great job, and then I just realized he can't see me.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, yeah, it's just giving me thumbs up from the other side of the studio. Not going to work.
Okay. Now, Randy Feltface, I'm not sure how much you follow sports.
Oh, not at all. Let's talk about sport. This will be great radio.
Well,
Bring it. Bring it.
There are some distinguished gentlemen who will be playing in the Masters golf tournament coming up this weekend. Looking for some pretty nasty.
Oh, he's already fallen asleep.
No, sorry. I love golf. It's great. There should be more golf. Let's get more golf courses out there.
Now,
it's what the world needs. Let's just water some non-accessible parks. Let's do that.
IBM is teaming up with the Masters to provide artificially intelligent AI-generated commentary as part of the Masters digital experience. The AI play-by-play announcer will offer commentary on more than 20,000 clips posted to the Masters app. According to IBM, the announcer was trained by a large language model like ChatGPT to understand golf terminology and analyze the swings in each video. Golf Digest's Stephen Hennessy shared a preview of the AI announcer on Twitter, and it sounds a little something like this. The voice you hear is AI. It's generated by a computer.
Substrucker, 28 years old from Austria, is going to hit from the pine straw on hole 1. He took stroke 2, and the ball traveled 162 yards into the greenside bunker.
Randy, what do you think? That's a computer.
Terrifying.
Yeah,
that is terrifying. A sportscaster's up in arms about this.
They should
Surely.
be. They should be.
Absolutely.
They'll be coming for your job next.
I know.
We've got Pun Master 3000.
Oddly enough, Randy, do you still have the artificially intelligent Tom and Chick? And
yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Randy, pay close attention.
I am so tuned in for this.
The following voice that you hear is artificially generated from a text of just some words written on a piece of paper. The chick did not have anything to do with this. This is the computer chick McGee.
I really like Tom Griswold and all his damn foibles. I am especially fond of the one where he won't drive into a gas station if a tanker truck is there. Now,
that's pretty close.
I got to say, for the 3.5 minutes I've known you, chick, that sounds bang on.
Not only that, but I thought it sounded exactly like me. Yeah.
This is the same thing again. This comes from a typed piece of paper. I am not speaking.
I think you sound more like you than I sound like me. But is that why?
I think that they used a different program for the second one. Here we go.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Let's go around the room. I see Chick McGee at the sports desk, Ace Cosby at Master Control. Over at the news desk is Christy Lee. Josh Arnold is here along with my son, Willie Griswold. Let's not forget Pat Godwin in the performance studio. Coming up on the Bob and Tom Show, we've got a story about a lady who dropped a deuce on her boss's desk after she won several million in the lottery.
Yeah, it's a little fast, I think.
That can't be you, though, because it didn't laugh as it said the word deuce. You get a little excited.
Well, Chad has written in. He says, here's the difference between fake Tom and real Tom. Fake Tom, AI. Real Tom, A-H.
Okay.
Chad.
See, that's a word you can't say on the radio here. We got to explain that to Randy Feltface.
Right. I'm totally lost. I'm still freaking out about how accurate that AI voice is.
It's real
I need
close.
one of them. I could just literally get anybody to do this.
Yeah, I mean,
I would think that would be the dream.
How are they going to know?
Yeah, maybe somebody with a smaller hand.
Potentially, yes, a little bit more comfortable on the road. That's
And this is, you've probably, since you've been in the States for a while, having come from Australia, you may be aware of this.
I know. You spell mom with an O here. It's crazy.
The God, we had an Australian comedian in here one day. Do you remember this story, Chick?
They exist.
And no, I'm going somewhere with this, Josh. Thank you.
I don't.
Thank you for the tip in.
You're Jim Short. Taking your anger out on me.
There are certain words that you can use on the radio and TV in Australia that you can't use here, and vice versa.
Right.
And do you remember this chick? And this guy said something, and we all flipped out and were diving for the delay button.
Maybe the C word?
I bet.
Is that a little more casual?
Yes, I think it was the C word.
Isn't that the
But
best
we can
one?
say, is bloody? You
Commonwealth?
can't say that. Yes.
Yeah.
Convict?
Colonialism.
Yeah.
The password is Brexit. Brexit. No. They can't. Can they say bloody over there?
Yes.
Randy? Okay.
Yes, all of the time.
Okay.
We say all of the words down there.
Is that right?
Yeah.
They're grown-ups.
Not on, commercial radio. We're it's
clean.
Okay. Pretty clean. But
Okay.
yeah, most of the time.
But yeah, there are
not when
certain
I'm on the air though. I am so restrained right now. You have no idea.
You're behaving very well.
Is the Randy Feltface live show?
It is not for children.
Okay, so it's there. The occasional dirty words or might be.
Yeah, I would say constant profanity. That's probably an accurate description of my live show.
Constant.
Non-stop.
Let me ask you this.
Just a waterfall of obscenity.
Listen to my question carefully, please.
I
Randy.
will. I've been listening to you carefully since I came in here.
This one's
I'm
gonna take-
hanging on every word.
This is going to take extra care.
Okay.
Be careful because you're flammable.
He's concentrating. You can hear him concentrating.
What letter does your favorite curse word begin with? Don't say the curse word. Just what letter does it begin with?
W.
Oh.
W.
Wow. I'm at a loss. I am officially at a loss.
Words
have
with
a
W
think about
you can't
that.
say in the radio.
You guys have a think about that.
I like wonky. Wonky's good.
That's
right?
okay,
You like
but
wonky?
that's not a curse.
What, you can say wonky on the air over here? We can't say wonky in Australia. Oh, my gosh. I'm going to dine out on that for weeks.
That question could have gone really bad. There could have been a really bad result there. I'm glad that you had a funny answer. Thank you very much.
Oh, hilarious. W knocked it right out of the park with that one. Coming up after the break, Randy says letters of the alphabet.
Randy Feltface is here with us, and he's on tour. We'll get to that in just a second. But right now, we're going to meet Randy Feltface, news commentator. What have you got over there, Jessica?
Connecticut police officers didn't have to go far to arrest suspected intoxicated driver that crashed into the police department's entrance sign. Plainfield police said the 30-year-old man was traveling at a high rate of speed and lost control of the Honda Accord, which then careened off the road and slammed into the sign. The driver, who police said failed a field sobriety test, was charged with operating under the influence of drugs and alcohol.
That's convenient.
Super handy.
Cops, he's right there. I mean, you know, they don't have to go chasing the guy. It's, I mean, if you're going to get a DUI, make it easy for them. They still have to do the paperwork, but you're
just walk right in.
You're right there. So,
are the police advertising now for people to drive directly to them with their crimes that they've committed? That would save a whole lot of trouble.
Sure.
Yeah, just like a drive-through. Maybe police stations should have drive-through windows where you can just pull up and get breathalyzed.
Like a confessional.
Yes. Let's talk about Catholicism.
No, I meant confessional.
Something we can sink our teeth in.
That's a C word we're not allowed to say on the radio.
For drunks. What else you got, Jessica?
Psychologists discovered that sleight of hand magic tricks only fool monkeys that have opposable thumbs.
This is a super complicated story. This is really weird.
Now we're getting into it. This is what I came in for. So, monkeys that don't have opposable thumbs.
Apparently they can. Oh, yeah, sorry. Researchers at the University of Cambridge performed an experiment that used a sleight of hand trick called the French drop, in which an object appears to vanish when it looks as though it is being passed from one hand to another when it is concealed in the first hand. Food morsels replaced coins for the monkeys and were given as rewards, but only if the animals guessed the correct hand. They found that monkeys that do not have opposable thumbs did not fall for the trick and knew the whereabouts of the treats a magician tried to make disappear. So monkeys with opposable thumbs, however, were regularly fooled by the trick.
That's interesting.
Did they ever figure out the relationship between opposable thumbs and gullibility? Is there actually a link?
That's what's so weird.
Listen.
Maybe because they're a little more sophisticated. And
so they get it.
No, they don't. But they don't.
No, but they get that there's a.
They get that they're trying to be fooled. So I don't know.
They also drink their tea with their pinkies out.
Yeah. And if you're a magician with a monkey with an opposable thumb, at least that monkey can pick a card.
Maybe because when they have opposable thumbs, they're too busy focused on the things they can hold versus like a visual sight. Like, I can hold things. I don't care where it is.
Who funded this study? That's what I want to know. Who's submitting grants to get huge amounts of money? Monkeys aren't cheap.
No.
And you got to get all the different species. These ones have opposable thumbs. These ones don't. That is a lot of investment.
University of Cambridge, they must have a high tuition. I'm not sure.
I am not opposable thumb. I'm very pro thumb.
Are you?
Yes.
The French drop sounds like a sex move.
Yeah.
It does.
You put out your cigarette and take off your pants.
We're not allowed to say French drop on the radio.
The French drop. Yeah, I've got to figure out this. This is really confusing. So wouldn't the monkeys with opposable thumbs be sort of farther down the chain of
more evolved?
Evolution?
Yeah.
More evolved, but they're easier to trick?
I think they just understand how thumbs work. So they think you're grabbing the thing, right?
I don't know.
Yes. No, this is it. Let's get them on the phone.
We've done it.
Somebody call Cambridge.
We've done it. No mention of monkeys jumping on a bed in that story.
No. I don't have opposable thumbs. They just hang out there.
Yeah, they do.
There's not a lot I can do with them.
Oh yeah, you can't give me a thumbs up, can you?
No, I can't. I could try. This is not good radio.
Okay,
Let's not
thank
do
you.
this.
We're going to get back to the action, but first we go over there to Chick McGee talking about a little
Simply
bit.
Safe, do-it-yourself home security system. That's right. Simply Safe is designed, of course, with cutting-edge technology and backed by 24/7 professional monitoring. You got an emergency, the agents at Simply Safe go to Fast Protect technology. Only from Simply Safe, they capture critical evidence and verify the threat is real so you can get priority police dispatch. Simply Safe is 24/7 professional monitoring service. Costs under $1 a day, less than half the price of traditional home security systems. You lock and unlock your doors, access your cameras, arm and disarm your system from anywhere on the Simply Safe app on your smartphone. And by the way, CNET named Simply Safe the editor's choice for 2023. Customize the perfect system for your home in just a few minutes at simplysafetom.com. You go there today, design your system, install it yourself, and also claim a free indoor security camera plus 20% off your order with interactive monitoring. It is wonderful. I have it. It's great. That's simplysafetom.com. Remember, there's no safe like Simply Safe.
Thank you, Simply Safe. Once again, simplysafetom.com. When we come back, a little bit of history. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Thanks for listening to the Bob and Tom Show this morning. Catch any part of the show you...
Well,
Is that
Christopher Walken.
the tribute to Christopher Walken?
Marsupial's dog.
Designed by one of your fans.
Indeed, beautiful.
Christopher Walken, one of your main men.
Oh, yes, please. Every morning is good. When you're him. Celebrated a birthday this past week. Feel younger. Not sure how. Must be booze.
Could be.
Because it ain't the vegetables. I can tell you that.
And you met Christopher Walken long after you developed the impression,
Didn't you do the
right?
whole star ceremony with him on Hollywood Boulevard?
Bigger. He had his hands and feet and signature in the imprint of cement in front of the Chinese theater there.
Oh, that is big.
Yeah, and they asked me to be one of the two speakers at this thing, and I'd never met him. And I was honored, and yet I couldn't help think, how far down the list did they have to go? Before you pick the guy
Down to the P's.
who impersonates you, right? In fact, deep into the P's.
That's way over half the alphabet, I think. Isn't it? Yeah,
I believe it is.
We got to D. De Niro. Can't make it.
So I show up to that thing, and they take me inside the theater where they had him before the ceremony out front. And I see him in the flesh for the first time, and he looks over and sees me, and he goes, "Hi! They told me you were coming. Thanks." And I'm thinking, he's doing the voice.
That's the best I've ever heard.
It's way better than mine.
He's nailing it.
Yeah. But I did see him coming out of a party not too long ago in Los Angeles. I don't know if I told you guys this. When I was walking out of this house, they're standing at the end of the driveway alone. Was Christopher Walken. I hadn't seen him inside the party, but here he is, looking completely lost. I'm not sure why I was surprised at that. But so I told him, "Hey, Chris, everything right?" Stranded.
Stranded.
I've been searching for over an hour for the bastards who brought me. It's clear to me now. They're gone.
Oh, my God.
And my first thought is, who would ditch Christopher Walken?
Yeah, no kidding.
Who brings him to a party and says, he's at the bar, let's go?
They ditched him.
Yeah.
Wow.
And at the plate yesterday, Angels two-way star made more Major League history. Starting against the Mariners, Ohtani was hit with a violation in the top of the first while working against Cal Raleigh. And Angels manager Phil Nevin said his right-hander was not trying to violate the rule implemented this season by intentionally throwing a pitch before Raleigh was ready. Ohtani then flagged again in the top of the sixth before his at-bat against Mariners reliever Matt Brash. He became the first player to be called for violations as a pitcher and a batter. And the Angels win that game 4-3 over Seattle. Other winners in the American League, Texas, Houston, Cleveland, and Toronto. National League winners, Atlanta and Milwaukee. The Cubs at Cincinnati postponed due to weather. In the interleague action, Miami over Minnesota. The Yankees beat Philly. Tampa Bay beat Washington. Pittsburgh over Boston. And the White Sox beat San Francisco. And the road to the NBA Finals now goes through Milwaukee in the East. The road out of the Western Conference goes through Denver for the first time ever. And the rest of the top half of the Eastern Conference playoff bracket is now set as well. The Bucks will have the number one overall seed and home court advantage for the entirety of their time in the playoffs. They beat Chicago 105-92. And Denver got the number one seed in the West after New Orleans beat Memphis in overtime 138-131. Other NBA winners last night, Brooklyn, New York, Boston, Atlanta, Dallas, and the Clippers. And in the Hockey League last night, Rangers beat Tampa Bay, Calgary over Winnipeg, and Edmonton beat Anaheim. I'm Chick McGee, and that's your Bob and Tom Sports Update.
Hey, Shooter, it's Kenny Tarmac. Hey, we just landed. I'm an ORD, just got in from TPA through ATL. And hey, guess what else just landed? The Bob and Tom app. I know. Now, thanks to the Bob and Tom app, even if I have to go all the way from Foxtrot 20 down to Alpha 4, I can still listen live, see their videos, find an affiliate station, use the alarm, and even send a message. This is Kenny Tarmac signing off and reminding you, everything I touch turns to sold.
This is Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7. 24/7. 24/7.
Morning, Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, gang, it's Ken Tarmac.
Hey!
Hey, we just landed. I got a call on the white courtesy phone. I'll tell you what.
What?
Corporate has spy goggles today. They can find me anywhere.
Really?
So I'm on the plane. I'm on the 620 guy. Like I was saying, I'm next to some guy that kept going on and on and on today.
Yeah.
And almost ruined. Oh, gosh. Oh, I have another phone call.
You do?
Oh, and it's Tobic.
Uh-oh.
And I don't want to take this one.
Why not?
Hey, you want to hear a trick?
Well, okay.
Watch how I lose them. All you have to do is duplicate your voicemail greeting, and they have no idea it's not you.
Oh, okay.
Just listen to this.
All right.
I'm going to click over.
Okay.
Listen,
All
I got to memorize it, though.
Okay.
Okay, hang tight. Hi, you've reached gold level sales leader Kenneth Tarmac. I'm sorry I can't take your call at the moment, but your call is very important to me. I check messages every quarter hour unless in flight, in which case I'll answer upon landing. So after the tone, please leave me your name, 2 numbers, and a brief message. Or you can Skypage, text, or preferably email me at ktar_closer.com. He's still talking.
Is he talking?
Yeah, he's still chatting me up. Oh, God. I'll catch you later.
Bye.
Get enough of this.
All right, bye.
We just landed and I pulled it off again.
Oh, you did?
I don't believe I called Bob.
Hi, fellas. This is Floyd Tucker, the over-the-road trucker. This is Bob and Tom's program, 24/7.
Hey, it's Roy Wood Jr. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. Bob and Tom, all the time, in your ear.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee on vacation. That's Jessica Alsman at the news desk.
Hello.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hey, chick.
There's Josh Arnold, the I Hate Steven Singer sidekick chair.
Hi there.
There's Willie Griswold.
What a day.
It's really been something. There's Ace Cosby.
Hey.
I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold with a very special international guest.
From Australia, it's Mr. Randy Feltface.
Oh, look out! Randy's still here.
And you can, I would certainly recommend watching Randy on YouTube for the Bob and Tom
He is boogie-woogie.
YouTube feed. He's dancing away over there. It's a great pleasure to see you. Having come all the way from Australia, I'm sure that I'm going to read some of the important events in history. I don't think I have anything of Australian origin here, Mr. Feltface, but I know that you are a student of contemporary culture, so I think you may enjoy this. Do we have the proper introduction?
Time now for Today in History. Here's Tom.
Start with birthdays.
Birthdays. Happy birthday.
Raphael.
Who?
The Ninja Turtle?
Yeah.
No.
He invented the telephone. Who is it?
Raphael Sanzio, the great painter, was born on this date in 1483. And yes, he is the namesake of one of the lesser Ninja Turtles. Is that correct?
No, but they're only. I think there were only still 3 colors then, even way back that far.
That's right.
Let's see. Oh, here we go. Do you know who this is, Mr. Feltface?
Oh, I can't wait. Hit me.
Born in 1928, James Watson.
James Watson.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, Jimmy Watson and Billy Crick, or whatever that guy's
You call him James Randy Watson.
Jimmy Watson.
Jimmy Watson.
A co-discoverer of the structure of DNA.
There it is.
Yeah.
Watson and Crick.
Being forced to read that book in high school, not understanding a word of it. Let's see now.
And now look at you.
Yeah.
Hey?
Here's what you're going to get. Billy D. Williams.
What's the D stand for?
I believe it's D-E-E.
That's exactly right. It is.
I think his middle name, isn't that correct?
Yes, that was right. It's D-E-E.
It's written here as D-E-E. He was...
Lando, right?
His favorite butter, by the way. That's interesting.
He was
is Lando Lakes.
He was Gale. He was Gale Sayers.
Lando Lakes.
He was mad I
Very
stepped
nice.
on Lando Lakes.
I have no idea what's happening.
Lando Lakes is an
Billy D. Williams
American
played Lando
butter.
Calrissian in the Star Wars.
Yes.
So he took the word Lando and
I see. Now I'm catching up. Thank you.
And he did commercials for one?
It makes more sense on the radio when you have to explain the jokes to the guest. It really helps.
It helps them.
It really helps the listeners at home.
Did you see
engage.
the Star Wars movie?
All of them.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
Let's see. You know who Merle?
What would you do if you were at a movie? And
Merle Haggard.
You're at a movie. You're trying to watch Star Wars, Tom, and there's a puppet in front of you. What are you doing?
If you're watching Star Wars, it's pretty much on brand. Isn't it?
Very much so. Yeah.
Wow, this is so lifelike. This is in 3D.
This must be one of the special editions.
I'm sorry, what were you saying?
Happy birthday, Merle Haggard.
Yes.
One of the finest.
Okie from wherever
Skokie.
it was. Yeah, okay.
John Ratzenberger, born in 1947.
I believe Tim Cavanaugh has a Ratzenberger song.
Yeah, well, his fast food place didn't do well.
Sure.
Thank goodness for those Pixar movies.
Yeah, Ratzenberger.
Ratzenberger.
No one wanted to eat one of those. Paul Rudd. I love Paul Rudd.
Eternally 41 years old, I think.
He does look great. Let's see now. Zach Braff, happy birthday.
He's got a new movie coming out starring Elizabeth Pugh, or what's her name?
Florence.
Pugh.
It's out,
Pugh.
yeah.
Yep.
Here we go. On this date, Peter the Great ended the tax on men with beards.
And he was great for that.
Well, that would have been...
Before that, he was Peter the Mediocre.
Okay. The first modern Olympic Games.
I thought it was Peter Not So Great.
That, I guess, either way, Tom wants us to shut up.
Ignored.
The modern Olympic Games, the Olympics in Paris, are going to feature break dancing.
Fun for everybody.
And I think the pole vaulting into pudding, I think they're going to have this summer. And relay race where you hand off live kittens. These are all new things coming to the
They all
Olympics.
actually care about the Olympics.
Okay.
All right, let's close it up.
One more thing. 1930, Hostess Twinkies were invented. In 1930 by James Dewar.
And they're delicious, and I love them. However, the first Twinkie is still out there somewhere. And no one knows any difference. That's right.
Okay.
I'm 4 parts Twinkie.
Oh, how about that?
Yeah. Oh, you kind of do look like
I'm a little bit squishy.
little Twinkie. He sure does.
Also, 2009, J.J. Abrams rebooted Star Trek.
Yeah, he did.
I liked it.
Boldly going where we'd been going for 50 years.
Yes.
Very good, very good. I'm sorry, Chick McGee, you have...
Things we learned on today's show. Here we go. We opened with the Blow Me a Kiss live version. We call it the Jasm version with Dean and Jerry. I think you know what that means. Christy remains on assignment. We think she's in Arizona. We haven't heard a word from her, which is no different than any other time before. The Masters Golf Tournament this week, rain in the forecast and cold temperatures, colder than normal temperatures. And Tom is fascinated by the Masters coverage by ChatGTP, artificial intelligence.
We do have a quick commercial. Hang on. Here we go. Okay.
A tradition unlike any other. The Masturbators. This weekend on CBS.
You the man. No, that was
some of my finest work.
Back in the old days, before Josh stepped in,
took over the man.
Yeah, well, you willingly stepped into that role.
Yeah, I can't go on forever. We all know that.
He's a right-hand man.
I'm hardly here right now. A listener emailed he saw a guy riding a penny farthing while listening to the show. The guy lost his mind.
Mm-hmm.
I would too.
Josh's dream is to ride a penny farthing.
Yeah, to own one, to master it.
What's the price point on a penny farthing? Could we buy one for the show, or I'd try to ride it?
You'd kill yourself.
Sure. If you try, I'd try. How's that? You don't know. I'm a pretty good bike rider.
Randy, you like riding bikes?
I don't have any legs. Next question.
Well, I bet the kids asked him to come play baseball. And he don't have any. Well, we want him to be third base. See.
Oh, boy.
Kenny Tarmac was on the road this morning and in the rental car of Spring Breakers. He ran into Floyd at a truck stop.
How about that?
Real complicated. My real name, we let it slip on the air this morning, is Mitch Titsky. That's right. Mitch
And we
Titsky.
found out that Randy Feltface does not have brothers or sisters.
Or legs.
No.
Or legs.
Or Mrs. Feltface.
Yeah.
I'm so lonely. we found out Randy's a loser. Coming up next.
So dapper.
There was a point this morning where a college course broke out, Moose 101. I was your professor, and I made an announcement, ladies and gentlemen. This is Moose 101. We're not messing around. No Bullwinkle jokes, okay?
It's all right.
Heard it all before.
Heard it all before. Let's just move on.
Why are we studying mooses again?
It's really
Canadian University or something?
Yeah.
What was it again?
A Canadian professor.
My friend.
Yeah,
My friend who's the professor in
He's
Canada.
your friend.
But he doesn't teach the moose course.
He doesn't. No, he doesn't.
What's that goose that they step in on the side of the road? If you're in Canada driving along, you see a moose. Honestly, moose on the side of the road. They're working this like a cat will make biscuits. Moose do that with this black goo on the side of the road. I don't know what it is. You're looking at me like I'm making this all up, but I'm not. It's true.
Oh, okay.
Just like poutine, it exists.
Okay. All right. Okay.
No one ever told AI what it's like to be with an adult. His new girlfriend, no drama. I don't know what that one means.
It's not AI, it's Al. No one told Al.
See, that's the problem with not putting periods in AI.
Yeah.
It looks like
He's
Al.
right. I'm in my bag was a phrase Tom learned today from Al Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in my bag.
That means you're minding your own business, kind of?
That's right.
Okay.
Tom hates tracksuits and sweatpants.
Okay. Yes, they're not for me.
Nope.
Okay. Not enough room for my bag. Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you, Randy Feltface.
So much, I have to get back in my bag now.
Okay. Yeah, literally. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, thanks for listening to the Bob and Tom Show this morning. Get a look at today's show on our YouTube channel.